Bok was a legendary figure. He was known as the necromancer Bok Da. He was once just a gamer on Lam Ting, but his treacherous girlfriend and his best friend betrayed him, causing him to be transported to this new world. In the desolate lands of Moyepis City, a great battle was raging. Countless undead forced warriors and civilians to flee in terror. Amidst the chaos, they saw Bok Da. He was a player who single-handedly surpassed national boundaries. Bok Da's arrival proved the vast power gap between him and others. He was truly the strongest player in the Thon Long Empire. Even a skilled player like Captain Ryu Huangqi was in awe. He watched Bok Da through binoculars, completely stunned. Based on the current situation, they all felt Mobius was about to fall. I can't believe it. Is this something one person can do? That necromancer Bok Da. He's a terrifying monster. Tu Shuyan stared at the figure high above. The hair on his arms stood on end. Bok rode on the head of a dragon. He led his undead legion forward. The undead continuously absorbed more power for him. But it still wasn't enough in this new life. This life was granted by the Myriad Worlds game. He could only become stronger and stronger. He remembered when his HP bar had only 1 point. With only a year of life left, he stood on the brink of death. Bok never thought he would not only survive but come this far. Originally, Bok was the top gamer on Lam Teen. He had a fortune worth trillions, but an accident turned him into a vegetable. His bad luck didn't end there. His own fiancée, Lu Nu Yen, turned off his life support. She believed that his life was no different from death. Ironically, Bok could still hear the voices around him. He just couldn't move. Because of this, he discovered the truth about his classmate. True Hut was the mastermind who manipulated Nu Yen to seize his assets. Even more shocking, 5 years ago, True Hut had set her up with Bok. He was just waiting for this day. He also caused the accident that left Bok comatose. Bok was driven mad with rage. They were worse than animals. He had treated them like family and his closest brother since college. In the end, he couldn't stop True Hut from pulling the plug. The two of them shamelessly fooled around right in front of Bok. He lay on the hospital bed, his breath fading. Bok was filled with regret. He hadn't seen their scheme from the very beginning. He was utterly helpless, begging the heavens to let him move instead of just waiting to die. But in the end, his consciousness faded away. Just as he took his final breath, a strange portal opened. Passers-by were stunned and speechless. They wondered if an alien civilization was invading Earth. And then, a message was sent to all of them. Congratulations! Planet Lam Tin has been chosen to participate in the Myriad Worlds game. All participants will start from zero. You will begin a completely new life. The mass transmigration will officially begin in 30 seconds. Game-related information has been stored in each person's brain. Please recall it at your leisure. It was true. Suddenly, information about the Myriad Worlds game appeared in their minds. They had never read it anywhere before. People reacted differently. Some were afraid, others were excited. They wondered what this game was really about. True Hut and Nu Yen had just finished their business. They were still in bed when they received the notification. He couldn't help but curse. Damn it! Lam Tin was chosen for the Myriad Worlds game? I was about to become a billionaire, and now this. It says you can't bring anything from reality into the game? What the hell is this? Nu Yen read the announcement over and over. It said anyone with even a single breath left could enter the game world. Then, she began to worry that Bok could also enter. True Hut snorted coldly. Forget whether he can last another 30 seconds. In his current state, even if he enters the game, he'll just be a useless cripple. When the 3-0-second countdown reached 0, all of humanity was simultaneously transported into the game, and Bok was no exception. It seemed this was the chance the heavens had given him. If that was the case, Bok was determined. In this new world, he would not die, and he would absolutely not give up. A massive teleportation circle opened. It pulled all of humanity inside. Some people screamed in fear. They said they didn't want to play some game. They just wanted to go home. Others also screamed, but with excitement. They were sick of their current lives. The first place they landed was the Temple of the Ascended. Now that he was here, Bok knew he wasn't dreaming. He could finally stand up again. Then, he received another notification. Welcome, player from Lam Tin, to the Myriad Worlds game, commencing full body scan. After entering the game world, your identity will become an ascended. Please confirm the name you will use in this game. The feeling of being alive again was incredible. Bok didn't hesitate. He immediately chose the nickname Bok Da. After completing the naming process, he began to awaken his talent. All participants of the Myriad Worlds game automatically awaken a talent in the Starry Sky Hall. Talents are divided into 9 levels. They range from the lowest F rank to the highest SSS rank. To become stronger in the Myriad Worlds game, having a powerful talent is essential. And since the awakening is random, players have no choice in their talent's rank. Bok was no exception. He could only hope his luck wasn't too terrible, but things went smoother than he ever expected. He successfully awakened a forbidden S-rank talent, Upgrade. This talent gave him several skill effects. The first was Upgrade. Bok could raise any item by 1 grade. There was no cost, and the effect was permanent. The second was Sublimate. It allowed him to raise any item by 2 grades. It would cost a certain amount of resources. The effect was also permanent. Finally, there was Cataclysm. By consuming a certain amount of lifespan, he could upgrade any item by 3 ranks. It would also add a special Cataclysm property to the item. The effect was permanent, and the first time he used this skill, it was completely free. His talent was set. Next was choosing a class. Basic classes were divided into 4 main types. They included physical, magical, defensive, and support. Bok considered his options. With his upgrade talent, he planned to choose warrior or mage. But then, a new notification appeared. Scan detected insufficient initial stats for player Bok Da, removing unavailable class options. Based on the player's initial stats, the only class you can choose is Necromancer. Bok was stunned. He didn't understand why he could only choose Necromancer, and he knew nothing about this class. The game system was ruthless. It gave him no chance to object and directly finalize the class selection process. Just like that, Bok became a Necromancer. Holding the skull-top staff in his hand, he felt that this class didn't sound too bad. But right after, Bok noticed something was wrong. His maximum health was only 1 point. Is this a mistake? Only 1 permanent drop of blood? Doesn't that mean a light tap would kill me instantly? And why is my lifespan only 1 year? What's the point of an S-rank talent then? Bok yelled in frustration. But the game system didn't bother to reply. If there was no turning back, then Bok could only take a gamble. Didn't it just say he awakened the upgrade talent? So, he requested the system to use the Cataclysm skill. He would upgrade his own class. Upgrading the Necromancer class by 3 ranks requires 100,000 years of lifespan. You have 1 opportunity to use the Cataclysm effect without consuming lifespan. Do you confirm you want to use this opportunity? Bok pressed the confirm button without hesitation. Just like that, he successfully class changed to the exclusive hidden class, Lord of Death. His growth stats also changed. He now received an additional 15 free attribute points per level up. Bok also learned new skills, lifelink and enhanced summoning. He also received an exclusive item, the Book of Death. The hidden class Lord of Death sounded incredibly powerful. Bok was extremely satisfied. He felt his last move was the right one. At this point, the system announced the game would officially begin in 10 seconds. It asked Bok to get ready. The upgrade talent had taken up too much of his time. He hadn't fully adapted to his new class yet. He would have to figure it out in the game. Liu Nguyen, Triohut, just you wait. I will hunt. The countdown ended. The game world officially opened. In the Myriad Worlds game, every time a player dies, they lose a level. They also lose 10% of their lifespan, with a minimum of 10 years. But new players like Bok received protection from the Novice Village. If a new player died, they would only lose a level, not their lifespan. Novice Village, number 9000. 527 of the Thanlong Empire suddenly became very lively. A flood of players from Lam Tin appeared. Bok was surrounded by countless people and a storm of chaotic sounds. My novel-reading fantasies have finally come true. This time, I'll definitely rise to the top. Big brother, carry me. Priestess with a D cup, massive heels. Anyone? B-rank talent, mage looking for a party. Amidst the crowded chaos, Bok quietly stepped to the side. He needed to test out his new skills first. The first was Summon Small Skeleton. As the name suggests, it summons a weak skeleton to fight for the necromancer. The cast time is 3 seconds. The cooldown is 30 seconds. It costs 20 mana. The small skeleton's stats are boosted by the player's spirit attribute. The next skill was Ignite. It unleashes Soulfire to burn the target. It deals a total of 150% magic damage. The damage is based on spell power over 5 seconds. The attack range is 30 meters. The cast time is 2 seconds, and the cooldown is 5 seconds. It costs 10 mana. These were both F-rank skills. 1 summon, 1 attack. It was enough to satisfy Mach-Bach. It didn't stop there. He also had an A-rank skill called Lifelink. This was an active skill that allowed the user to find a target. He could link with a spirit creature he summoned. He would then share his health points with it. The effect is instant, and it takes 10 seconds to summon. Next was an S-rank skill called Summoning Buff. It was a passive skill with no level. Under this buff's effect, his summoning skill's cast time and cooldown were both reduced by 50%. The summoned creature's stats increased by 50%. His summon space limit also increased by 500%. My skills are really diverse. I can even share health points with my summons. Now I don't have to worry about my own health limit, Mach-Bach muttered. Just then, a book suddenly appeared in front of him. That's right, Mach-Bach had forgotten about the Book of Death. It was an exclusive item for his class. It couldn't be dropped, damaged, or traded. It was currently at level 0, scaling with his character. Its attributes would unlock at level 1. A special effect would unlock at level 10. Since he wasn't high enough level to use the Book of Death yet, Mach-Bach just set it aside. He first tried to summon a skeleton, but to his surprise, 2 appeared. Mach-Bach was very surprised. The system explained that the Cataclysm property added to his hidden class had been activated, specifically after upgrading his class. Changed from Necromancer to Lord of Death, creating several effects. The first effect was that all of Mach-Bach's skill effects would be doubled. The second and third effects were not yet unlocked due to his low level. Something this good exists? Mach-Bach carefully examined the 2 skeletons he had just summoned. Even with 2 of them, they didn't look very strong. Just then, a man walked by and saw him. He made an offer to Mach-Bach. Hey, a summoner. Brother, your talent must be at least A rank, right? Let's team up. My talent is also A rank. We're both A rank. If we party up, we'll definitely level up faster. It was true that in the early stages, new players leveled up faster by teaming up, but Mach-Bach refused. He said he preferred to grind alone. The man was bluntly rejected. He became annoyed and said, "What's with the attitude? Just a summoner. I bet you can't even catch a dirt chicken." Ignoring the man's taunts, Mach-Bach led his 2 skeletons away. In the monster farming area, many people were gathered. It seemed a newly formed team was getting beaten by that dirt chicken. In the end, they gave up after failing to beat it. I'm done. I'm going back to the village to see if there are any lifestyle classes. Whoever wants this thing can have it. Mach-Bach approached. This was the dirt chicken the man had mentioned. At level 1, it had 100 HP. Its attack power was 10, and its physical and magic defense were both 5. When Mach-Bach appeared, some people started whispering, "Look at that guy named Bach Da. The 2 skeletons he summoned look really strong. He must have awakened a good talent. I'm so jealous." Stop being jealous and focus on killing chickens. Seeing their hesitant looks, Mach-Bach replied immediately, "Don't worry, I won't steal your monster." After all, he had awakened such a powerful talent. He couldn't just come here to fight over a common dirt chicken with them. So Mach-Bach went deeper into the forest. There, he encountered some red-eyed rabbits. They were level 2 monsters with 150 health points. Their attack power was 15. A single hit would definitely hurt. Luckily, Mach-Bach didn't have to fight himself. Otherwise, with only 1 HP, he wouldn't be able to take a single blow. His 2 small skeletons began to fight seriously. He glanced around and saw no one else. Mach-Bach summoned a few more to give the red-eyed rabbits a taste of his firepower. Just like that, he easily defeated the rabbits. Thanks to his skill, he even gained an extra 50% experience for fighting higher-level monsters. With this farming speed, Mach-Bach was about to reach level 1. Thanks to the doubling effect, he had linked his life with 2 skeletons. Now, even with only 1 HP, Mokbok wouldn't be easily defeated. He could summon even more skeletons now, but to avoid attracting too much attention, he held back and only used 4 for now. Under Mokbok's command, the 4 skeletons farmed monsters enthusiastically. Some people saw him casually controlling them. They couldn't help but gossip. Huh. Is that person a necromancer? Leveling up while just strolling around. Must be nice. Nice? Bro, open your eyes and look closely. Nice? The skeleton I summon has far worse stats than his, and he can summon 4 at once. He must have at least an S-rank talent. Yeah. His strength probably ranks at the top of our novice village 9,527. Even though people were buzzing about him, Mokbok didn't care. What he cared about was finally reaching level 1. He received 15 free attribute points. Now he had to consider how to distribute them properly. The summoned creature's attributes were affected by Mokbok's spirit power, so he decided to add points to spirit. He also added some to agility. After all, he only had 1 health point. Increasing his speed to protect himself was a good idea. So, Mokbok added 4 points to agility and 11 points to his spirit power. Then, an idea suddenly popped into his head. That's right. If my class can be upgraded, why don't I try upgrading my skills? With that thought, Mokbok used his talent skill to upgrade his class skills. The F-rank skill Summon Small Skeleton became the E-rank skill Summon Skeleton. The F-rank skill Ignite became an F-rank skill of the same name. The A-rank skill Lifelink became the S-rank skill Life Share. And the S-rank skill Summoning Buff was upgraded to the SS rank skill Death's Muster. He saw that he had successfully upgraded all his skills. They had all become much stronger. Mokbok was overjoyed, especially the S-rank Life Share skill. It passively shared the health points of all summoned creatures. This was just too broken. Although for some reason, Mokbok's main HP bar was permanently stuck at 1 HP. Thanks to that skill, his secondary health bar was now nearly 9,000 points. And with the Death's Muster skill, didn't that mean he could summon 20 skeleton soldiers? Mokbok became filled with confidence. Now, he didn't need to be so modest. He could summon a full legion to grind levels. Plus, since he had reached level 1, he also took out the Book of Death. Mokbok upgraded this exclusive piece of equipment as well. It became the Holy Tome of Death. However, its basic stats were a bit disappointing to Mokbok. It only added 15 points to his spell power. Oh well, I'll wait until level 10, he muttered. At that level, the Holy Tome of Death would unlock a special effect. Next, it was time to get serious about leveling. Mokbok immediately summoned a full squad of 20 skeletons. The Death's Muster skill had reduced the cooldown by 75%. Combined with the Cataclysm property, summoning a skeleton now only took 2 seconds. With all those stacked effects, Mokbok's army quickly grew powerful. The level 3 sharp-clawed demon cats were no match for him. Just like that, the entire pack was swiftly defeated by Mokbok. That incredible leveling speed brought him to level 2. Mokbok didn't stop. He continued to grind. Half an hour later, he was at the entrance of the first dungeon, the Foggy Forest. It held treasures, but was also filled with dangers. It was not suitable for solo challenges. But Mokbok wasn't alone. He had a whole squad of minions with him. With soaring confidence, he selected the dungeon difficulty. He directly chose the highest difficulty, Hell Mode, and went inside. Inside the dungeon, the fog was so thick that Mokbok couldn't see the path. He immediately ordered his minions to find a way and farm monsters. Fortunately, within a 100-meter radius, Mokbok could freely control his summons. Otherwise, he would have had to stick close to them, afraid they'd get lost. Soon, the first skeleton encountered an enemy. It was a level 8 elite foggy treant. With a massive 3,600 HP, 74 attack, 60 physical defense, 40 magic defense, and the skill Bind. It was a formidable foe. As soon as he spotted it, Mokbok excitedly ordered his entire squad to charge forward. One of the skeletons he summoned was hit. It was caught by the foggy treant's Bind skill. Then, its arm was chopped off. The attack power of an elite monster was indeed high. But Mokbok wasn't worried at all. He had strength in numbers. All of you, attack. Focus your fire on it, he commanded. The skeletons obeyed without question. Just like that, Mokbok took down the level 8 Trant, earning 60 experience points. The Foggy Forest was originally a level 5 dungeon, but Hell difficulty had increased the monster levels by 3. Furthermore, all of them were elite monsters. It seemed the experience gained from winning would be substantial. Just as he thought this, Mokbok suddenly felt a chill down his spine. He turned his head and saw a level 8 elite Foggy Tree Centipede trying to ambush him. Compared to the Treant, its health was a bit lower, but its attack power was 108. But Mokbok wasn't bothered by those stats at all. The death staff in his hand lit up. He attacked the target directly. At the same time, his skeleton army rushed to save their master. The Foggy Tree Centipede was also quickly defeated. Mokbok had to admit, although his current spirit stat was 3 times that of a normal necromancer, his magic was still not as strong as his skeleton minions. Just then, a piece of equipment dropped from the monster's corpse. It was a tree centipede belt, level 5 iron, with 30 durability. It increased armor by 9 points and constitution by 2 points. Because it was just a common piece of gear, Mokbok seemed disappointed. But he picked it up anyway. Even if he couldn't use it, he could sell it for money. He ventured deeper into the dungeon. The Foggy Tree Centipedes appeared in greater numbers. Mokbok stood at the center of command. He was tightly protected by his skeleton minions. He didn't have to face any attacks from the enemy at all. The scene was extremely chaotic. Both sides fought fiercely, neither giving an inch. But in the end, Mokbok's side overwhelmed them. Not long after, he had reached level 5. More equipment dropped from the monsters, including a wooden staff. There was a snake-tooth dagger, a centipede leather armor, an E-rank bind skill book, and an E-rank constrict skill book. Mokbok looked them over. Only the wooden staff seemed usable. The other items weren't very useful. He would have to upgrade them later and sell them for money. However, the wooden staff's stats were still very poor. Mokbok would only use it temporarily. He would need to consider a better weapon later. Along with that, his Holy Tome of Death also leveled up, as its level scaled with his character. At level 5, the Holy Tome of Death's basic attributes were plus 75 spell power, plus 25 to all stats, and plus 100% damage to spirit creatures. Not bad, Mokbok praised repeatedly. But there probably aren't many spirit creatures in this dungeon. After that, he gathered all his summons. With new weapons and equipment, Mokbok was ready to challenge the boss. Because it was Hell difficulty, the boss fight would be tougher. There was a total of 1 silver boss and 2 enhanced elites. The boss was the Foggy Tree Centipede King. Its maximum health was 88,000 HP. It had 327 attack, 136 physical defense, and 98 magic defense. Its skills were Constrict, Devour, Poison Spit, and Earthshaker. Next to it were 2 Foggy Tree Centipede guards with 8,350 HP, 198 attack, and a single skill, Constrict. Mokbok hesitated a little when he saw them. The main boss alone had nearly 90,000 health, plus 2 guards beside it. He didn't know if his skeleton minions could handle it, but whether they could or not, he had to try. So Mokbok ordered them all to charge forward. A huge battle began. But the Foggy Tree Centipede King was indeed no pushover. With just one move, it sent one of Mokbok's skeletons to its final rest. Though its power was jaw-dropping, Mokbok was still very confident. No matter how strong it was, it couldn't withstand his human wave tactics. Mokbok summoned more skeletons every 2 seconds. They advanced wave after wave. After a while, the 2 guards were defeated. With the Foggy Tree Centipede guards taken care of, the boss became much easier to handle. Mokbok ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on it. He even attacked himself. But his damage was like a tickle to the enemy. Mokbok felt a little embarrassed. He really should just stay on the sidelines and command his undead legion. The Centipede King didn't give up easily. Relying on its superior size and strength, it launched continuous attacks. Each blow sent a skeleton flying. Mokbok didn't dare to be careless. He continuously summoned new skeletons. The Centipede King's health kept dropping. From his observation, it seemed to be preparing to unleash its ultimate move. What Mokbok didn't expect was this boss's high IQ. That deadly attack shot straight towards him. Mokbok couldn't dodge in time and took the full hit. However, thanks to sharing life with his summons, He could still stand firm after the attack. I have shared life. My health bar is over 100,000. You think a little damage like that can hurt me? Mokbok was extremely satisfied. He taunted his opponent. Now it was his turn to counterattack. The skeletons focused all their strength in this final move. They successfully defeated the Foggy Tree Centipede King. Their master received 14,400 experience points. Seeing the centipede fall, Mokbok felt ecstatic. He raised his hands and shouted, "Yeah, easy, first clear." After this battle, Mokbok became the first player in Novice Village 9527 to solo a boss. He was rewarded with a primary life, soul stone, and gold coins. At the same time, an announcement that player ID Bokda was the first to solo a silver rank boss was sent to the entire Novice Village 9527. Most of their reactions were of jaw-dropping astonishment. It made sense. Most novices were still struggling with small monsters at the forest's edge, while Mokbok had already soloed a silver rank boss. Now, everyone was curious about who this Bokda was. What kind of talent did he awaken to have such terrifying power? This Bokda is insane. Is the gap between people really that big? This Myriad Worlds game is so unfair. I can barely defeat a small monster. And he's soloing bosses. What kind of logic is that? That's right. Before transmigrating, I worked like a horse. I never thought that even after transmigrating, I'd just be cannon fodder. Not far away, Fong Diep Tutu and Fujiap Thianha were also farming monsters. After reading the announcement about Mokbok, Fujiap seemed regretful, so soloing a boss triggers a server-wide announcement. If I'd known earlier, I would have let Fong Diep solo that iron rank boss. It's okay. There will be more chances later. Fong Diep replied while striking a monster in front of him. Bokda is much stronger than me. That was a silver rank boss. I'm no match for him right now. Although Fong Diep seemed humble, he himself had awakened an S-rank talent, yet he had a relatively tough time fighting the iron rank boss. Because of this, they guessed that Bokda's talent must be at least SS rank. Hearing this, their two other companions, AV and Manhwa Duong, became very excited. An SS rank talent? That's way too strong. Sister Fujiap, is there a chance he'll join our team? Should we try inviting him? Fujiap had never considered this. But hearing Hoa Duong's suggestion, she wanted to try recruiting the expert to her team. After all, she was confident that no man had ever refused her invitation. But Fujiap had truly miscalculated. After the server-wide announcement, Mokbok received countless friend requests. After all, who wouldn't want to latch onto an expert? And Fujiap's invitation was just one among many. Mokbok didn't have time to bother with them, so he decisively rejected them all. At this moment, he was studying the reward he received after defeating the boss. It was a primary life soul stone. This was a special item that increased lifespan by 30 days when absorbed. But upon death, 1/10 of that time would be lost, with a minimum of 3 days. Since Mokbok's original lifespan was less than a year, his eyes lit up when he saw this life-extending item. One stone increases lifespan by 30 days, so if he upgraded them, wouldn't they extend his life even more? So Mokbok quickly upgraded it from primary to intermediate. Its effect was also enhanced. One stone now extended life by 120 days. Mokbok had a total of 6 stones, giving him almost 2 more years of life. This was great news for him. Mokbok suddenly had a new goal in the game, to find many more life soul stones. As for the equipment that dropped during the dungeon run, the 2 skill books were not something he could use. Among the remaining items, only the poison ring was somewhat useful. So Mokbok upgraded it as well. After upgrading, it became a gold rank virulent poison ring with a maximum durability of 100 points. It increased spell power by 30. It also gave 10 agility and 10 spirit. In addition, his magic skills now had a certain chance to deal an extra 150 points of poison damage. It could trigger once every 10 seconds at most. Magic with poison damage isn't bad. If my attack isn't enough, I'll use poison to make up for it. Mokbok was extremely satisfied. After checking his loot, he did a head count. Many of his skeletons had died. Losing so many troops to just a primary boss made Mokbok feel his minions were still not strong enough. Now that he had some gold, He wanted to see if it could help upgrade his summoning skill. When he chose to use the sublimate skill, the game sent a notification. Notification. Are you sure you want to spend 5 gold to overwrite the previous upgrade effect and upgrade the summon skeleton skill to a higher tier? Mokbok frowned after reading the notification. It costs 5 gold coins right off the bat. This system is a money-sucking demon, but money spent can be earned back. He immediately used the skill. And so, his Summon Skeleton skill was upgraded again. It became the D rank skill, Summon Skeleton Warrior. At this level, the skeletons even had their own classes. Each summon would produce either a warrior or an archer. The cast time was 3 seconds, with a 30-second cooldown, and it cost 200 mana. The skeleton's stats were still directly influenced by Mokbok's spirit power. As a result, a skeleton archer now had 637 points in strength, constitution, and agility. Its maximum health was 10,000. It had 6,370 HP, 764 damage, 319 physical defense, and an active skill called Double Shot. It allowed it to shoot 2 arrows at once, dealing an extra 90% physical damage. As for the skeleton warrior, its strength, constitution, agility, and defense stats were the same as the archer's, but its health reached 7,644 and its damage was a whopping 956 points. Of course, it also had an active skill called Heavy Strike, which was a powerful attack that dealt 175% physical damage. After reading their new info panels, Mokbok immediately stopped regretting the cost. With these stats, his 5 gold coins were completely worth it. To test his minion skills, Mokbok quickly took them into the forest to fight against level 8 elite goblins. Although they were level 8 elite monsters, the stats of the undead legion under his command were now completely overwhelming. The goblins didn't even have a chance to fight back. Just like that, he commanded his legion deeper and deeper into the forest. Meanwhile, in the novice village, many new players were still busy recruiting for their teams. Among them, a guy named Hoan Dubangyip was even recruiting members to form a guild. At first, when they heard about guild recruitment, the players weren't very enthusiastic. They had been transmigrated here. Who wanted to experience the feeling of working under someone else again? Unexpectedly, Hoendu then showed off his S-rank talent. In Myriad Worlds, his character was a leader. He was a born leader. He possessed an exclusive S-rank talent that allowed him to establish a guild for free. Guild members would receive a 20% bonus to experience points. They would also get a 20% increase in item drop rates and a 20% boost to both physical and magical attack power. The stronger the guild's overall power, the greater these upgrade effects would be. At this point, the other players' expressions immediately changed. What? Members get 20% more experience, and item drops increase by 20%? That's too strong. S-rank talents are really powerful, plus a 20% increase in attack and magic power. I'm in. Hoandu's invitation instantly became a hot commodity. More and more people wanted to join. Just as he became the center of attention, a new announcement was pinned server-wide. The announcement was from Fujiap. It read, "Brother Bakda, please accept my friend request. I have something important to discuss." The new players were in an uproar after reading the announcement. They struggled to kill dozens of monsters and barely got a few coins. This Fujiap just spent 10 gold coins to send a single message. She was clearly rich. Even Hoando, after reading the pinned announcement, had to wonder, where did this Fujiap Tianha get so much gold? And who is this Bakda? I have to see how good he is. On the other side, Mokbok also received the notification. He was curious who would waste 10 gold coins just to contact him, so he accepted the friend request. On the other end, Fujiap immediately sent a message. "Bakda, I'll give you 100 gold coins at once. All your equipment and skills, I'll cover them all. Are you interested in joining my team?" Mokbok read the message. Something felt off. Offering 100 gold coins right off the bat? That's way too rich. We're all new players who just got here, and we couldn't bring assets from the real world. Where did this Fujiap get so much money? He really didn't believe it. So, Mokbok replied, "How do you have so much money? Why should I believe you?" Fujiap had no intention of hiding it. She told him honestly that she had the SS rank talent, God of Wealth. To her, money was just a number. As long as Mokbok agreed to sign a contract to join her team, he could have as much money as he wanted. To explain her talent more clearly, her first talent effect was called Money Tree. She could shake the money tree 6 times a day. She would randomly receive 1 to 999 gold coins. She also had a chance to get special items. The second was Abundant Resources, which increased the quantity of items she carried by 1% each day. The third effect was called Only In, Not Out. This meant that whenever Fujiap died, she wouldn't drop any gold or items, so it was useless for malicious players to try and kill her. Damn, this god of wealth talent is too powerful, Mokbok couldn't help but exclaim. A person with this talent could literally make money while doing nothing. Facing an invitation from someone like that was truly hard to refuse. However, Mokbok was still hesitant. He felt that teaming up would bring more trouble and could easily expose him. Therefore, in the early stages, he still wanted to grind alone for safety. Sorry, I prefer to act alone, Mokbok replied. His message drove Fujiap crazy. This bastard actually dared to refuse me, seeing that even their team's goddess of wealth couldn't recruit Mokbok. Avi and the others gave up hope. After all, it wasn't like they couldn't clear monsters on their own. But Fujiap thought it over. Although their team was doing fine, without good equipment, their grinding speed would eventually slow down. While thinking of a way to persuade Mokbok, he sent her a message. Fujiap, interested in a deal? I have some equipment and skill books I don't use. Your team probably needs them, right? As soon as she read the message, Fujiap's eyes lit up. Just as she was thinking about their lack of equipment, Mokbok offered to sell. How much do you have? I'll take it all, she immediately replied. More than you think. I'll contact you for the trade after I'm done with my business. Although they couldn't recruit Mokbok, the fact that he was selling them equipment was good news. If their main attacker, Fong Deep, got top-tier gear, the team's attack power would surely multiply. Back to the situation at hand. Fujiap's group was facing a level 5 bronze boss called the Wild Boar Chief. Its health was 23,800 points. Its attack was 205, physical defense 81, and magic defense 62. It had a series of skills like Tear, Heavy Slam, and Frenzied Stomp. It looked much tougher than the Iron Rank boss they had faced before. Are you sure you can solo it? Fujiap asked. It shouldn't be a problem. With his assurance, Fujiap had AV and Hoa Duong give all their healing potions to Fong Diep. They would retreat and stand guard to prevent anyone from disturbing him. Because of that server-wide announcement, Fujiap was determined to get it. And so, with the solid support of his 3 teammates, Fong Diep advanced alone to face the Wild Boar Chief. Although the size difference between them was significant, Fong Diep was extremely confident. He remained calm, continuously dealing damage to his opponent with precise strikes. Of course, the Wild Boar Chief counterattacked, but it couldn't touch a single hair on Fong Diep's head. Its strength isn't bad, but its speed is lacking, he calmly remarked. Seeing Fong Diep's composed demeanor, Fujiap felt at ease. She felt her teammate had rich combat experience. Soloing that boss would surely not be a major issue. At that moment, Mokbok had just finished off the level 8 Goblin Chief with the help of his minions, gaining 14,400 experience points. After upgrading his summoning skill, his legion wreaked even more havoc in the foggy forest. Mokbok had now reached level 6. Just picking up the loot dropped by the boss was enough to make his hands tired. Among the items dropped this time, Mokbok noticed a skill book called Bone Armor. But he already had the Life Share skill, so he didn't need this. There was also a level 5 gold rank Fog Cloak that increased physical defense by 28 points, and physical defense by 20 points. It also gave 10 points to both Constitution and Spirit. After equipping it, it would somewhat reduce the player's presence, thereby lowering their threat level. This Fog Cloak's effect isn't bad, but it looks ugly, Mokbok commented. He also picked up a chieftain's badge of the same rank as the cloak. It increased HP by 200 and mana by 400. It also increased magic crit rate by 5%. After a magic spell critically hits, he would also receive a plus 20 spirit buff for 10 seconds. This item was actually useful, so Mokbok immediately put it on. Just then, he felt something was wrong. His skeleton minions suddenly lost a lot of health. The entire forest suddenly became gloomy. Mokbok heard a faint voice echoing through the fog. How dare a bunch of skeletons appear in my territory? Immediately after, Mokbok received a new system notification. A large number of skeleton soldiers had triggered the Goblin King's memories. Long-buried memories surfaced. A hidden story had been triggered. The Goblin King entered a frenzied state. All its stats increased by 50%. The exit to the foggy forest has been sealed. Only by defeating the Goblin King can you leave this dungeon. And the hidden storyline will officially activate in 2 minutes. Mokbok was a bit confused. He didn't understand how just summoning skeletons could trigger a hidden storyline, but with a come-at-me attitude, he wanted to see just how formidable this Goblin King was. With that thought, Mokbok summoned a few more skeletons. And not long after, the Goblin King named Regi appeared. It was a level 8 gold rank boss. It was also in a frenzied state, increasing all its stats by 50%. Its power was not to be underestimated. With a max HP of 327,000 and an attack power of 843, it was both hard to kill and incredibly strong. Regi also had many active skills, from Thunderclap and Stomp to Heroic Leap, Summon Goblin Warrior, and Berserk. Looking at its appearance, Mokbok was a bit stunned. A gold rank boss in a Berserk state, and the system wanted him to defeat it in 2 minutes. That was way too difficult. Its health was over 300,000. But his army of minions was not small either. At this point, only the strategy of overwhelming it with numbers would work. Mokbok ordered his skeleton legion to charge forward forcefully. Under their attack, Regi became even more furious. "You filthy skeletons, just the smell of you makes me want to puke." While cursing, it raised the weapon in its hand and swung down decisively. With just one move, it sent several of Mokbok's minions to their doom. Witnessing this firsthand, he had to admit that the Goblin King's damage was indeed high. If it were a normal level 6 player, a single hit would have been fatal. Unfortunately for it, it had poked the hornet's nest. Mokbok himself used an attack skill on the target. It was focused on farming the skeletons but was distracted by his sneak attack. Seizing the opportunity, the skeleton archers used their double shot skill to pour on more damage. Hurt and enraged, Regi was furious. But at the same time, its health was dropping rapidly. Mokbok ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on the target. He didn't believe he couldn't blast it to pieces. However, a more troublesome issue arose. He wasn't the only one who could summon in this battle. The Goblin King had that ability too, and it summoned many goblin warriors, all in a berserk state. Each one had 13,500 health points and 279 attack power. Mokbok could only gulp at this sight. "Damn it, you can summon minions too? And they're all in a berserk state? This is going to be tough." Regi's rage reached its peak. "Damn you, necromancer. I led my people to hide in the foggy forest," it roared angrily. "Why won't you leave us alone?" Finally, it charged in a frenzy. "Warriors, crush him." Regi struck with a blow so powerful it cracked the ground. Mokbok quickly backed away. "That really hurt. Good thing I have shared health." Then he prepared his next move. "Summon." Mokbok ordered his knights. "Quick victory! Take care of these weaklings first." Hearing their master's command, they all charged forward. Immediately after, Mokbok continued. "Archers, fire!" The goblins were hit by arrows one after another, writhing in pain. Regi defiantly shouted, "No, this king will not lose." Then it roared again. "This king will never become your slave again." The system displayed. Goblin King enters a frenzied state. Attack power plus 150%. Attack speed plus 50%. Defense negative 50%. Mokbok smirked contemptuously. "Game over, cut the crap." The system announced again. Kai, Novice Village number 9520, announces congratulations to player Fong Deep Tutu for being the first to solo a bronze rank boss. We hope all players will follow this example to receive rich rewards. Mokbok glanced up. The first kill was taken by someone else. In the end, he decided, "Oh well, can't lose the big picture over small things." Mokbok unleashed an attack that dealt massive damage to Regi. "Attack! Charge!" It continuously lost health and then tumbled backward. Regi was shocked as blood spurted from its body. After reading the log, Mokbok himself was impressed. He didn't expect to get 2 more life soul stones for soloing a gold rank boss. He looked behind him. No item drops? Mokbok asked himself a question. Could it be related to the hidden storyline? Meanwhile, Hondu was celebrating internally. That's a lifespan increasing treasure. The guild leader is amazing. 2 of his subordinates flattered him. The guild leader is the #1 expert of Novice Village 9527. That's right, Bokda was just lucky, the system announced. Novice Village number 9527 announces congratulations to Fong Diep Tu Tue for being the first to solo a bronze rank boss. The subordinate immediately showed his disdain. That Fong Diep was just lucky. Now let's go find a gold rank boss. He really thinks I'm invincible and can kill anything? The system continued to announce. Congratulations to Bokda for being the first to solo a gold rank boss. A special announcement hopes all players will follow his example and receive rich rewards. At this point, Hoandu was really annoyed. Bokda, what kind of talent did you awaken? Could it be SSS rank? Even Fong Deep had to wonder. It's Bokda again. This person's strength is truly terrifying. Fujop remained optimistic. It's okay. The Myriad Worlds game has just begun. There's still plenty of time to catch up to him. Besides, I'm here. Fong Deep was a little excited. Let's go. It's time to check out the first dungeon. The system prompted. Notification. If you defeat Goblin King Reggie within 2 minutes, you will trigger the hidden storyline Reggie's Nightmare. Reminder. The Foggy Forest dungeon difficulty has been increased to disaster level. Mokbok was still fighting hard. Summon. Higher than hell difficulty is disaster difficulty? The goblin's face suddenly emitted a cloud of smoke. This made Mokbok wonder. What's going on? What the hell is happening? They kept jumping around strangely, their bodies on fire. Mokbok exclaimed, "How tragic." So the small skeletons were once goblins. He stared at the smoking Reggie. Its body glowed brightly and then fell heavily to the ground. Instantly, Reggie transformed into the Skeleton King. One of the most successful creations of the necromancers of the Great Han era. It shouldn't have appeared here, Reggie himself spoke. In the end, I couldn't escape the fate of becoming undead. Then it ordered the goblins. Fight for me, my warriors. Reggie raised its giant sword. Mokbok was a little terrified. Are you kidding me? Is this something that should appear in a novice village? Reggie's body radiated a massive amount of energy, and it split into several more copies. After reading the system information, Mokbok's face paled. The combat power of these 6 is probably equal to my 20 minions. Let all enemies become undead just like us. His face showed a hint of worry. Is this for real? There's more. This guy's attack power is too high. How can I fight this? The system unexpectedly displayed a message. The hidden story, Reggie's Nightmare, officially begins. Novice Village protection has been disabled. When you die, you will lose 10% of your lifespan, with a minimum loss of 10 years. Mokbok froze. Are you serious? Even if I absorb all my life, soul stones, it won't be enough for a single death. Is my journey in the Myriad Worlds ending here? The attack just launched dealt a huge amount of damage. Mokbok quickly dodged the attack. Thunderpeak attack. Then he ordered, "Go, brothers. Aim for this trash. Focus your fire." Mokbok assessed the situation. Currently, I can summon 20 skeleton warriors. That's not enough. Its defense is too strong, he then calculated. Unless I can upgrade my skill 1 more level. I have to risk it. First, I'll swallow the stone and see how much lifespan the Cataclysm upgrade needs. Then, Mokbok took out several mana stones. The system announced, "Ding! Successfully absorbed 15 intermediate life soul stones. Lifespan insufficient, 6 years. Cataclysm upgrade. Summon soldiers." Hint. After this skill is cataclysmically upgraded to C rank, 3 branches will appear. They are Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Assassin, and Summon Skeleton Mage. Please choose the Cataclysm path you want. Mokbok was tired just reading it. Again, it branches out to Warrior. That's the safest bet. High health pool. The information on the system panel made him wonder. Such an insane buff on a C rank skill? Is this even reasonable? Mokbok felt a surge of power. Skeleton warriors. I can summon them too. Let's see who can summon more. Charge. Take this guy down. The charging knights immediately wounded Reggie. "Brothers, hold the line for me." The damage numbers kept popping up. Mokbok excitedly commanded, "After two more. The more, the better." Reggie flew into a rage. "I am the Skeleton King." The system alerted. Reggie enters a berserk state. Attack power plus 50%. Attack speed plus 50%. Both defenses negative 50%. But Mokbok was not afraid. "Lowering both defenses? Aren't you just speeding up your own death?" "Double shot. Assemble. Let's go, brothers. This is the final round." Then he ordered his soldiers to advance. Reggie stood and roared, "This king is unwilling." At that moment, the system reported that killing Reggie would grant bonus points. Mokbok was a bit surprised. 270,000 experience points? "Doesn't that mean I'm about to instantly hit level 9? The system announced. "Congratulations on becoming the first player in Novice Village number 9527 to solo a Dark Gold rank boss. Reward: 40 primary life soul stones, 60 gold. Mokbok was stunned. 40 stones? The system displayed again. "A Novice Village announcement is about to be made. Congratulations on completing the first clear of the Foggy Forest dungeon in Novice Village number 9527. Random reward: 5 level 1 attribute gems, 5 gold." Mokbok was stunned. "After this cataclysm grind, that's over 13 years of lifespan," the system announced. "Congratulations on completing the first clear of the Hell difficulty, Foggy Forest dungeon in Novice Village number 9527. Reward: 20. Primary life, soul stones, 20 gold. A Novice Village announcement is about to be made." However, Mokbok realized something was wrong. "Why Hell difficulty? I clearly cleared Disaster difficulty." At the entrance to the Foggy Forest, in the middle of a confrontation, Hoendu asked, "Guild recruiting. We're about to enter the dungeon. Any other brothers want to join?" They started to get excited. "Big brother, I want to join." "All right, welcome." The people around them looked impressed. "Look closely. I just noticed, these guys are wearing a full set of equipment. So it's Fujiap Thien Ha. Then it's not surprising anymore," the murmurs continued. Fujiap Thien Ha. They assessed, a full set of level 5 equipment like this must cost a lot of money. This guy is really rich. Hoendu spoke up. "I've heard of your reputation for a long time." "Not at all," Fong Diep replied. "How can it compare to the glorious reputation of guild leader Hoendu?" Hoendu eagerly suggested, "Since everyone is here, how about we make a bet?" Fujiap was unfazed. "What kind of bet? I wonder what guild leader Hoendu wants to bet on." Hoendu set the rules. "Let's bet on who can get the first clear of the Foggy Forest." "How about it?" Fujiap agreed. "All right, what are the stakes?" Hoendu laughed excitedly. "My talent combined with your wealth is a match made in heaven. If I get the first clear, you all will join my Bangyeep guild." Fujiap asked, "What if we clear it first?" Hoendu declared, "Then my Bangyeep guild will help you with one thing, with all our might." But Fujiap wanted more. 3 things. Hoendu immediately accepted the deal. "Done, please proceed." Just then, the system displayed an announcement. Novice Village number 9527 congratulates Bokda on getting the first clear of the Foggy Forest dungeon. A special announcement hopes all players will follow his example for generous rewards. Both Fujiap and Hoendu were stunned. "What?" Hoendu gritted his teeth in anger. "It's Bokda again. That bet just now made me look like a joke." He had to change the rules immediately. If the first clear on normal difficulty is already gone, then let's bet on hard mode. But the system's voice kept ringing out. Novice Village number 9527 announces congratulations to Bokda for getting the first clear of the Hell difficulty Foggy Forest dungeon. A special announcement hopes all players will follow his example for generous rewards. Novice Village. No. 9527 congratulates Bokda for becoming the first player to solo a Dark Gold rank boss. A special announcement hopes all players will follow his example to receive generous rewards. Lam Tin Zone announcement. Congratulations to Divine Dragon Empire player, Bokda. He is the first player to solo a disaster level dungeon. This special announcement is a call for all Dongdao players to follow his lead. Hoan-du froze. How could this be? Anne's face darkened. Let's go. The young girl behind him asked, Boss, aren't we going in? Fujiap remained calm. No rush. Someone already got the first clear. We'll wait. What's the problem? Meanwhile, in the Divine Dragon Empire's novice village, 8,888. Inside the hell difficulty mist forest, powerful sword strikes rained down continuously. Tamsit was getting tired. It's this Bokda again. What kind of talent did he awaken? This Goblin King. I've been fighting it for so long and still haven't won. The scene shifts to the Divine Dragon Empire's novice village, 9,526. Triuhuk thought hard. This Bokda seems very familiar. Nu Yen agreed. He brought up a memory. Nu Yen, wasn't there someone who used to pursue you? Nu Yen guessed his motive. What? Are you trying to push me away again? Triuhuk taunted her. Don't you feel bitter? Back then, with Tumak Bok, you enjoyed years of wealth and luxury. If it weren't for this damned Myriad Realms game, I'd be at the top of the world by now. Hearing this, Nu Yen sighed. She whispered, Bok Da, reminds me of someone. She suddenly remembered. He always used that name when he played games. Triuhuk blurted out, Who? Nu Yen fearfully revealed the name, to Mok Bok. Triuhuk was certain. Impossible. He's dead. I pulled his breathing tube myself. Besides, that's a common name. It's not just to Mok Bok. It must be a coincidence. Then, a cunning idea formed in his mind. If it really is that kid, then this is perfect. He was so into you. Just seduce him one more time, and it's over. Nu Yen looked pleased. Disgusting. And she was very confident. With my charm, it doesn't matter who he is. A congratulatory message appeared. Mok Bok was impressed. As expected of a disaster-level dungeon, the rewards are amazing. Now, even with one hit point left, I can infinitely summon my reserves. He tapped the inventory button. A swirling vortex of spiritual energy pulled souls into Mok Bok's chest. This skill absorbs death energy from corpses. It can drain up to 5 targets at once. Cooldown is 30 seconds, no cost. Maximum range is 50 meters. The death energy value caps at 80 times the user's level. Next up was the feedback skill. He extended a hand toward Reggie. This skill instantly restores his own health or mana. It can also be used to enhance a summon. Cooldown is 30 seconds. The cost is 1 to 80 death energy points. 1 point of death energy restores 10 health or 100 mana. 1 point enhances a target's main stat by 0.5% for 60 seconds. After testing it, Mok Bok thought, now I don't have to worry about mana consumption. A beam of light shot into Mok Bok's forehead. He said, Upgrade. Right now, the free upgrade is my only choice. A notification popped up. It asked to confirm a free upgrade for the Life Absorption Feedback Skill Book. Mok Bok said, Confirm. The system announced, You have received the Life Absorption Feedback Skill Book. You have learned the new skill, Death Absorption Feedback. He glanced at Reggie and muttered, I need to test this on someone. As he spoke, Mok Bok reached out. He absorbed the death energy from the corpse. A system notification appeared. You have successfully absorbed the energy. 120 death energy points from the corpse of the Dark Gold boss, Ancient King Reggie. Your death energy is at its maximum limit. You can absorb more after using some. Seeing this, he wondered, so much? Was it because this creature was a spirit being? Is its death energy more concentrated? A cloak dropped. Whisper of the Dead Mage's Cloak. Upper body equipment. Required level, 10 to 60. It scales with the player's level. It upgrades every 5 levels, up to level 60. Item grade, epic, unappraised. Mok Bok smiled triumphantly. This must be the first epic item in the Lam Tin zone. Too bad it still needs appraisal. The fee won't be cheap. I'll store it for now. Suddenly, an idea flashed in his mind. Mok Bok knelt beside Reggie. He rummaged through the remains and said, Let's see what else dropped. I'll grab it all. I'll sell it all to Fujiap Tianha. I've killed him twice. He better have dropped some good loot. Then he shouted, Jackpot! A flood of items appeared. You have received 10 gold and 38 silver. You have received 10 level 1 attribute gems. You have received 3 level 1 critical hit gems. You have received 5 gold grade items. You have received the dark gold item, Necklace of the Deceased. You have received the dark gold item, Boots of Shadow. You have received the dark gold item, Bone Sword. You have received the dark gold item, Boots of Shadow. Bone Heavy Armor. You have received the C-grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Warrior. You have received the C-grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Archer. You have received the C-grade skill book, Summon Skeleton Mage. You have received the B-grade skill book, Aura of the Dead. You have received the skill book, B-grade skill, Heavy Strike. You have received 10 dark gold materials, Bone of Death Energy. He exclaimed, "Nice. This is a real jackpot. It's like I got all of Reggie's skills." The system announced, "Congratulations. You have received 10 dark gold materials, Remnant Soul. You have received the quest item, Holland's Crystal Orb." The system prompted again. "You possess 3 skill books, Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Archer, and Summon Skeleton Mage. Confirm to fuse them into an advanced summon?" Watching the books merge, Mokbok exclaimed, "I didn't know they could be fused." A massive spiritual force surged. The system displayed a confirmation. Mokbok said, "Fuse. Upgrade it directly. You have learned a new skill. Advanced Summon. Advanced Skeleton Summon. C grade. Level 1. An active skill that summons a warrior, archer, and mage to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 300. Special trait, Anomaly. Warrior's health is increased by 500%. Attack power is increased by 100%. 2 slots are locked. 3 slots are locked. The whole panel shows its advanced attributes are influenced by the player's spirit stat." He rubbed his chin and muttered, "So this skill overwrote the previous ones. The locked parts must be for the archer and mage. It seems I'll have to upgrade the skill again to unlock them." A series of notifications appeared. Target, Advanced Skeleton Summon. Please select an upgrade tier, 1, 2, or 3. Upgrade to B grade Advanced Skeleton Summon for free. Ascend to A grade Elite Summon. Cost, 10,000 gold. Mutate to S grade Legion Summon. Cost, 1,000 years of lifespan. He didn't hesitate. He slammed the upgrade button. Upgrade directly. A notification appeared. Your C grade Skeleton Summon skill has been successfully upgraded to B grade. B grade, level 1. Active skill. Summons 3 warriors, archers, and mages to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 1,000. Mokbok murmured, "A mana cost of 1,000 is no joke." Suddenly, a blue orb appeared. Mokbok wondered, "What's this?" The system prompted him. "Accept the quest. Harlan's Legacy? Please note, this is an epic grade quest. The difficulty is extremely high. Consider carefully. Accepting Harlan's crystal orb will partially break its seal. It will temporarily bind to you. Rejecting Harlan's crystal orb will cause it to tear through space. It will seek the next fated person." Mokbok reached for the orb. "Is this the reward from the hidden story? I wonder if this quest item can be upgraded." Without hesitation, Mokbok chose to upgrade it. The system prompted him again. "Accept the quest. Dylan's untimely demise? Please note, this is a legendary grade quest. The difficulty is beyond imagination. Consider carefully. Accepting Dylan's crystal orb will break the seal. A part of the seal will break. It will temporarily become your equipment. Rejecting Dylan's crystal orb will make it tear through space. It will search for the next fated person." He shouted, "Accept." A powerful shockwave erupted. A mighty blue dragon appeared, roaring fiercely. The system announced, "You have accepted the legendary quest. Dylan's untimely demise. Your level is too low. Please reach level 30 within 1 month to unlock the first stage. Please note, if you fail to unlock the quest in time, you will lose Dylan's crystal orb. The orb's details will be revealed after breaking the seal. Item name, Dragon Orb of the West. Level 0 to 200. Grade, Legendary. Durability, 1000 over 1000. Basic attributes, Level 5 Strength Points. Magic Power plus 50. All stats plus 20. Health plus 1000. Mana plus 2000. Effect 1. Magic critical rate plus 20%. Critical damage plus 50%. Effect 2, sealed. Effect unknown. Effect 3, sealed. Effect unknown. Special skill, sealed. Will unlock after starting the first quest stage. Seeing this, Mokbok laughed. This critical hit bonus is insane. He held the orb, his face beaming. This haul is beyond my wildest dreams. With that, Mokbok turned to leave. He muttered, "It's time to meet Fujiap Thianha." On the other side, Hoa Duong asked Fujiap, "Boss, when are we entering the dungeon?" "The Hongduban Geep Guild went in a long time ago." She replied, "No rush, let's wait and see." Just then, Mokbok emerged from the portal. Fujiap was overjoyed. "Brother Bokda, you're finally out." Seeing this, he thought, "Are they waiting to give me money?" Then he spoke. "Have you all been waiting for me?" She whispered to him, "Did you bring the items? Should we trade somewhere else?" Mokbok replied flatly, "No need. This is fine." Suddenly, he gestured forward. Several items appeared in a flash, stunning everyone. Fujiap exclaimed, "Mokbok, Bokda, your power is just too terrifying." She thought to herself, "This Bokda must be a player with an SSS grade talent." He replied humbly, "Your talent is the one that's truly admirable." Then Mokbok asked, "There's a lot of stuff. Can you afford it all?" Fujiap answered confidently, "Don't worry. It's definitely not a problem." Immediately, he took out the items. They piled up, dazzling everyone. Hoa Duong spoke up. "This, all of it, are skill books, and they're B grade. I've never even heard of that." Ave added, "And so much equipment too." Fujiap said, "Bokda, name your price. I'll take it all." Mokbok listed the prices. Black iron gear, 5 silver. Bronze gear, 2 silver. D-grade skill books, 20 gold. Without hesitation, Fujiap tossed him a bag of gold. "No problem. Bokda, count this." Mokbok quickly caught the gold pouch. Fujiap probed, "Bokda, I think it's time you brought out the really good stuff." He replied, "Of course I have good stuff, but..." Instantly, Mokbok revealed high-grade items. "I don't know if you have enough money." Fongdeep's jaw dropped. Gold-grade equipment. Ave was also amazed. So many good items. Hoa Duong's eyes widened. C-grade skill books. Mokbok waved his hand. "Looks like you don't have enough money." Fujiap replied frankly, "To be honest with you, I don't have it right now." He said, "All right, I can give you everything now. You can pay the rest tomorrow. That should be enough." He thought, "I can use the system's trade contract anyway. I'm not afraid she'll run off with the debt." She said firmly, "Brother Bokda, since you're so direct, I won't be polite either. How much in total? Just name your price." Mokbok set the price. "The other things are easy, but this skill book alone is 500 gold. This book is Resurrection, C rank, an active skill. Out of combat, it can resurrect a target player. It reduces the death penalty by 50%, excluding lifespan. Range, 50 meters. Cast time, 5 seconds. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Mana cost, 300. Requires priest class." Hoa Duong exclaimed, "A priest's resurrection skill." After the exchange, Mokbok and Fujiap shook hands. She said, "Deal. I'll take it all. Bokda, I'll pay you the rest of the gold tomorrow. Is that okay?" He replied, "No problem." Watching them leave, Mokbok murmured, "I remember the first effect of the God of Wealth talent. You can shake the money tree once a day. You randomly get 1 to 999 gold coins." He analyzed the situation. She's sure she can give me 500 gold tomorrow. The other 2 effects of her talent must be giving her that confidence. Suddenly, Mokbok called out. "Right," he asked Fujiap. "I remember you got 2 soul stones for the first bronze boss kill, right? Want to make another deal? I guarantee you'll get the first clear. The first clear of the nightmare difficulty Mist Forest. And you'll be strong enough to challenge the hell difficulty." As he spoke, Mokbok's eyes hardened. He stated his condition. "But I want the soul stones from the first clear of the Mist Forest, plus the soul stones you already have." Hearing this, she turned to Fongdeep and shouted, "Deal." Later, Mokbok was relaxing on the grass, watching the battle unfold. A system notification popped up. Killed level 10 forest buffalo. Gained 50% level gap bonus. plus 30 EXP. Killed level 10 elite prairie wolf, gained 50% level gap bonus, plus 150 EXP. Killed level 10 enhanced elite prairie wolf, gained 50% level gap bonus, plus 450 EXP. He closed his eyes, speaking confidently. So what if I only have 1 drop of blood left? Winning is easy, and leveling up is still fast. Later, the system announced, "Congratulations to player Bok Da for reaching level 9. Intelligence plus 1, skill point plus 1, free attribute points, plus 15. Bok stretched and yawned. He distributed his attribute points. He muttered, "I wonder where the appraiser went." Bok stood up. He walked forward, speaking to himself. "I came all this way to find an appraiser for my equipment, and there's not a single person in sight. Honestly, what's with appraisers? They like to be dramatic. Why can't he just stay in his shop? Why run out to the prairie for inspiration?" Suddenly, the system prompted him. "Your warrior has fallen. Anomaly trait activated. Your warrior has been resurrected in the summoned space with full health. For the next 60 minutes, this warrior cannot activate the resurrection effect again." Hearing this, he wondered what to do. He exclaimed, "What? Killed in the blink of an eye?" Bok observed the area ahead. "My skeleton warrior has nearly 150,000 health, and it still got one-shotted. How strong is this thing? Could it be the appraiser? If I knew the NPC was this strong, I would have saved some more lifespan for myself." Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind him. A voice spoke. "Not bad, kid. To think you could summon so many piles of bones." It was Hoai Jian. Looking at his face, Bok thought, "It really is the appraiser. That speed is terrifying." Hoai Jian asked. "I was in a rare good mood, seeking inspiration. But your pile of broken bones ruined it all. Speak, how will you compensate me?" He quickly replied, Can I pay with money?" Hearing this, the old man snatched the gold pouch. "Do I look like someone who needs money?" Bok hesitated. Well, before he could finish, Hoai Jian tossed him a scroll. He said in a low voice, "I'm not an unreasonable person. I'll take 100 gold from you. Consider this painting a gift. Not everyone can get one of my works. You should be happy." The system announced, "You received a painting from Hoai Jian." When he unrolled it, Bok saw the drawing and scoffed. A 3-year-old could draw better than this. As if hearing him, Hoai Jian's face turned cold. A dark aura radiated from him. Seeing this, Bok quickly waved his hands and explained, "Senior, you misunderstood. I just wanted to calm down and wash my hands first. Then I could slowly and carefully appreciate the insights you had while creating this." Suddenly, the old man placed a hand on Bok's shoulder. He said cheerfully, "Not bad, kid. I'm in a good mood today. Got any items that need appraising? I'll do it for free." He forced a smile. "Really? Then thank you very much." A moment later, a bright light appeared in midair. Hoai Jian looked at the high-grade items, praising them endlessly. "Kid, you're strong, and your luck is good." He thought to himself, "Appraising 4 items for 100 gold. I'm taking a huge loss." Hoai Jian began to chant over the items. Shadow boots, plate boots, level 10, dark gold item, durability 200 over 200, requires 80 strength, 50 constitution, physical defense plus 75, magic defense plus 50, health plus 800, stamina plus 20, constitution plus 20, agility plus 10, movement speed plus 10%, attached skill, shadow step, hide in the shadows, movement speed increases by 60%. Damage taken is reduced by 10%. Duration, 30 seconds. Cooldown, 10 minutes. Automatically learned upon equipping. Ghostly Dance. Bone-heavy armor, plate armor, level 10. Can be upgraded 3/3. Dark gold item. Durability, 200 over 200. Requires 100 strength, 80 constitution. Magic defense plus 120. Health plus 1,200. Strength plus 15. Constitution plus 25. Reduces physical damage by 100 points. Reflects 100 points of melee damage. Attached skill, bone armor, summons bones to cover the body. The effect of damage reduction and reflect from the bone armor is increased by 300%. Duration, 30 seconds. Cooldown, 10 minutes. Set bonus. Bone set 1/2. Set effect. Attack plus 10%. Physical defense plus 10%. Not activated. Exposed bone spikes make enemies hesitate to strike. Bone Greatsword. Two-handed sword, level 10. Can be upgraded 3/3. Dark gold item. Durability 200/200. Requires 120 strength. Attack plus 288. Strength plus 50. Each strike deals 30% of strength, as splash damage. Attached skill. Heavy strike. Attacks have a chance to deal triple damage. Bone set 1/2. Violence is the ultimate aesthetic. Necklace of the deceased. Necklace, jewelry, level 10. Dark gold item. Durability 200/200. Requires 100 spirit. Magic power plus 80. Health plus 500. Mana plus 1000. Spirit plus 30. Constitution plus 10. Agility plus 10. Attacks apply a curse effect, reducing the target's dual defenses by 100. Summons can also trigger this effect. Attached skill, the dead. The effect of fear, type negative statuses on you is reduced by 50%. The dead know no fear. After finishing, he turned to leave. Normally, just one of these would cost 100 gold. You got a good deal today. Alright, next time, tell your bone piles to stay away from me. Don't disturb my inspiration again. Bok was thrilled. He looked at the items and eagerly called out, "Senior, wait." Hearing this, Jian asked irritably, "You brat, don't tell me, you have more dark gold gear to appraise?" He cursed inwardly. "I shouldn't have agreed to appraise for this kid for free. I'm losing so much." Bok took out a cloak. Seeing it, the old man asked, "You even have an epic grade item?" He smiled and replied, "Just lucky," Jian thought. "Even appraising dark gold is expensive. This one will be even more expensive. I have to seize this free opportunity." After thinking, he turned away. "I said it's free, so I absolutely won't take your money. However, my appraisal skill level is too low. I can't appraise this." Hearing that, Bok's jaw dropped. "You can't appraise it?" Jian explained irritably. "I'm just a junior appraiser, stationed in a novice village. Isn't it logical that I can't appraise an epic item?" Bok silently agreed. "He's got a point." Suddenly, the old man made an offer. "Kid, how about I teach you the appraisal skill?" he exclaimed happily. "Really?" he thought. "Is this for real? I won't have to pay for appraisals anymore." Jian stated his condition. "But you have to pay tuition," Bok asked. "How much?" The old man held up 5 fingers. He understood immediately. 500. Jian took out a coin with a dove symbol. "That's right. 500 of these ancient gold coins." Looking at the gold coin, Bok guessed, "I remember that after copper coins are upgraded, they become ancient copper coins. I think I have some in my inventory. Upgraded gold coins must be ancient gold coins." With that, Jian leisurely walked away. "Come find me when you've collected enough." A system notification appeared. "Jian has added you as a friend. You have received the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins. Quest content. Collect 500 ancient gold coins for Jian. Reward. Quest reward. Receive the subclass skill. Basic appraisal." Bok called out, "Please wait." Hearing him, the old man asked irritably, "What do you want now? Really?" He took out a bag full of gold coins. "Senior, look what this is." Seeing it, Jian's eyes widened in shock. He looked from the bag of gold to Bok, stammering, "So many ancient gold coins?" He didn't answer, just smiled smugly. "Can you teach me the appraisal skill now?" Jian tossed him a book. He laughed heartily. "Good, kid. You really surprised me. Take it." System. "Congratulations. You have completed the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins. You have received the basic appraisal skill book." Immediately after, he leaped into the air. His voice echoed back, "Kid, when you have 10,000 ancient gold coins, come find me. I'll give you another surprise then." A new notification appeared. "You have received the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins too. Quest content. Collect 10,000 ancient gold coins for Hoai Jian. Quest reward. Undetermined. Mokbok smiled contentedly. He muttered, "This old man is quite interesting. He even said he'd give me a big surprise." He looked at the book being integrated into the system for an upgrade. Basic appraisal isn't enough to satisfy me. A beam of light then shot into Mokbok's forehead. A series of notifications appeared. Congratulations, you have received intermediate appraisal. After learning intermediate appraisal, you will gain the intermediate appraiser subclass. Congratulations, you have changed to the hidden subclass. Intermediate appraiser. You have learned the new skill. Intermediate appraisal. Player Bok Da. Subclass. Intermediate appraiser. Skill. Intermediate appraisal. Up to 10,000 proficiency. As skill proficiency increases, the success rate of appraisal will slightly improve. Success rate for dark gold items is 60%. Success rate for epic items is 10%. Cast time, 5 seconds. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Mana cost, 1,000. Subclass skills do not take up player skill slots. Holding the cloak, he wondered, this time it should work, right? But contrary to his thoughts, the system displayed. Appraisal failed. Mokbok sighed in frustration. Failed? A 10% chance, and I'm this unlucky? Mokbok kept pressing the appraise button on the system, but the notification kept repeating. Appraisal failed, he said angrily. I refuse to believe I'm this unlucky. Finally, Mokbok gave up and sat on the grass. This is brutal. Suddenly, the system displayed. A treasure chest has been detected in the wilderness. He looked towards a mountain and muttered, Today is full of surprises. If it's a treasure chest guarded by a high-level monster, I'll be rich. I'll go check it out. When Mokbok reached the location, he saw the chest surrounded by a pack of ferocious wolves. Looking at the chest, he smiled. As expected, Mokbok summoned his minions. All right, minions, time to work. They immediately charged in, attacking the wolves and wearing them down. As the smaller wolves fell, the pack leader let out a deafening howl. Instantly, a horde of wolves appeared from nowhere. Faced with this scene, Mokbok exclaimed, What is this? Are they ganging up on me? He refused to back down. Then let's see who has the bigger army. Just as Mokbok finished speaking, the wolves were sent flying. They were beaten senseless, howling in pain. The Wolf King fell to the ground, powerless. Seeing this, Mokbok said smugly, They fell before I even summoned all my troops. The system announced, Killed level 10 enhanced elite prairie wolf. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus Quatersense 50x. Killed level 10 silver grade boss, Prairie Wolf King. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus 36,000 EXP. You received 1 gold and 38 silver. The notifications continued. You received 1 level, 1 agility gem. You received a basic skill book. Congratulations to player Bok Da for reaching level 10. All 4 stats plus 1, skill point plus 1. Free attribute points, plus 15. Congratulations, you are the first player in the Lam Tin zone to reach level 10. You have received the title, Trailblazer. He walked towards the treasure chest. He muttered, I wonder if a wilderness treasure chest can be upgraded, he said cheerfully. Let's find out. When Mokbok upgraded the chest, a notification appeared. Upgrade successful, he exclaimed. It worked, Mokbok shouted. Open. A dazzling light burst forth. The notification displayed. Unopened gold-grade treasure chest detected. Do you wish to open it? Open. Items appeared one by one. The system announced, You have received the gold-grade equipment, Dryad Staff. You have received a gold-grade hidden treasure map, he exclaimed. Oh, only these 2 items? Mokbok held the paper in his hand. He cheered. And there's a treasure map too. The system displayed the paper's information. It was a treasure map. Gold-grade treasure map. Follow the instructions on the map to find a gold-grade treasure chest. Hint. Do you want to use it now? After using the treasure map, the route to the treasure will be marked on the system map. Please note, the final coordinates of this map are outside the Novice Village area. Another note appeared. Your level has reached the Novice Village limit. Please find the village chief and teleport to the main city. Otherwise, you will no longer be able to gain experience points. Hearing this, Mokbok said, "So you have to leave the novice village at level 10. It seems I can't stay here any longer." He turned to leave, muttering as he walked. "First, I'll find the village chief, then I'll figure out what to do. I'll upgrade this treasure map a bit first." The system announced, "You received a dark gold grade treasure map. Hint: the route has been marked. The destination is on the map. The wilderness of Tinla City. Go to Tinla City to begin your treasure hunt." He exclaimed, "Tinla City? Damn, that's way too far. Is that in another country? Looks like I can't get it for now." At that moment, Hoan-du calmly stepped out of a spatial gate. Seeing him, everyone pointed and buzzed with excitement. A notification appeared. Novice Village 9527 announcement. Congratulations to the Bangyeep Guild for clearing the Mist Forest dungeon on hard difficulty. This is a special announcement. We hope all players will learn from their example to receive great rewards. Hoan-du spoke. Prepare yourselves. We're about to challenge nightmare difficulty. The system displayed another message. Novice Village 9527 announcement. Congratulations to player Fujiap Thianha for leading a team through the Mist Forest dungeon on nightmare difficulty. This is a special announcement. We hope all players will learn from their example to receive great rewards. He suddenly shouted when he saw Fujiap and Ave. "What? They beat us to it?" Hoan-du said bitterly. "How could they clear nightmare difficulty so quickly?" Fujiap laughed and said, "Just lucky." Just then, one of his subordinates leaned in and whispered something in his ear. He gritted his teeth, thinking, "That damn Bakda. He has equipment and skill books. Why did he only sell to Fujiap Thianha?" Hoan-du clenched his fists, growling in anger. "You dare defy me? I'll show you." On the other side, Fujiap announced, "All right, let's get ready. We still have to grind hell difficulty later." Hearing this, Ave and Hoa Duong and Fong Diep replied in unison, "Yes, boss." A system notification appeared, catching her attention. Lam Tin Zone announcement. While Hoan-du was still glaring angrily at Fujiap, the system announced again. Congratulations to our Divine Dragon Empire player, Bak Da. He has become the first player in the Lam Tin Zone to reach level 10. This is a special announcement. We hope all players will learn from his example. They can learn from his example to earn great rewards. Novice Village 9527 announcement. Due to player Bakda reaching level 10, the Novice Village level rankings will be activated ahead of schedule. A ranking board appeared. Novice Village 9527 level rankings. First place, Bakda, level 10, no faction. Second place, Fong Diep Tu, level 5, no faction. Third place, Avai, level 5, no faction. Fourth place, Still Sleepy After Waking Up, level 5, no faction. Fifth place, Fujiap Tianha, level 5, no faction. Sixth place, Mien Hoa Duong, level 5, no faction. Seventh place, Hongdu Banyip, level 5, Banyip Guild. Eighth place, One Sword Slit Throat, level 5, Banyip Guild. Ninth place, Chicken Flavored Rice Cake, level 5, Banyip Guild. 10th place, Milky White Snow, level 5, Banyip Guild. Immediately after, Hoan-du turned and left. He said resentfully, "Don't get too cocky. Just you wait." Hoa Duong spoke with admiration. "Boss, that Bak Da guy levels up way too fast." Fong Deep agreed. "Yeah, it's like he's riding a rocket." Ave added, "Before the trade, he was level 8, and we were level 5. But now," Fujiap analyzed the situation. "Since I got the Soul Stone, I should probably gift it to him. It's essential to maintain a good relationship with someone like him." She began to teleport. "Let's split up for now. I'm going back for a bit." Everyone shouted in unison, "Okay." When she arrived and met Mokbok, Fujiap happily greeted him. "Brother Bakda," she handed him a bag. "This is the first reward for completing the mission. I got 10 basic soul stones. Don't forget me when you get good stuff in the future." Mokbok replied, "You're too kind." The two shook hands. Fujiap said confidently, "Don't worry. In terms of price, I will definitely satisfy you." He replied clearly, "All right, As long as you have the money, there will be no shortage of good items. A notification appeared. Deal! Your contract with Fujiup Thianha has been established. After the contract was successful, she grinned and thought, as expected. Mokbok also turned to leave, not forgetting to add, "Contact me when you leave the novice village." He observed the surroundings for a while. His thoughts confirmed that maintaining a good relationship with her was the right move. Looking at a house, Mokbok muttered, "This must be the place." Just then, the village chief arrived. "I didn't expect someone to reach level 10 so quickly." He spoke up, "Village chief, I want to leave the novice village." He led Mokbok inside. "All right, this is the God-forbidden land. Sooner or later, it will be the world of you descenders. Follow me." The village chief pointed to a glowing area. "Step inside. Our village is in the East Sea region." A map and a city appeared. This is one of the 10 major level 1 cities in the Divine Dragon Empire. It is also the most prosperous coastal city in the empire. As he stepped into the light, his body was enveloped by rings of energy. The chief continued, "Arriving in the East Sea region is the true beginning." "Thank you, village chief," he replied. "If fate allows, I will return to repay you." After his task was done, the village chief slowly walked away with his staff, sighing. Stepping outside, he mumbled, "The chaotic era of the God-forbidden land is coming. I wonder how many will die this time." The scene changes. Nu Yen and Tru Hyuk are walking together. He spoke first. "It's him again." Tru Hyuk asked, "Nu Yen, do you think Bak Da is really to Mokbok?" She replied dismissively, "Who cares about him?" Then Nu Yen put on a seductive smile. "If he's that strong, as long as I meet him, he won't escape my grasp." At this time, Mokbok had been teleported to the East Sea region. He exclaimed, "This world is so realistic." Mokbok wandered around, muttering, "I didn't even get a reward for leaving the novice village." Suddenly, a notification appeared. "Level up. The Deathly Saint's Tome has reached level 10. Seeing this, Mokbok said, "Oh, the Deathly Saint's Tome also reached level 10. The book's information was clearly displayed. Deathly Saint's Tome. A special item for Bak Da's exclusive class. Cannot be dropped, destroyed, damaged, or traded. Can be summoned or recalled at will. Level 10. Scales with the character. Basic attributes. Magic power plus 300. All stats plus 100. Damage to spirit-type creatures increased by 100%. Your summoned creatures also receive this effect. Special effect. Soul absorption. You and your summons absorb a portion of a target's soul power after killing them. The respawn time for monsters you kill is doubled. Players you kill will suffer a doubled penalty, including lifespan. Current soul points, 0. Consume 1,000 soul points. You will get a second chance to open the Deathly Saint's Tome after level 30. The second special effect will activate. This is a rulebook only you are allowed to see after meeting the requirements. You can learn the exclusive skills of the Lord of Death from this book. After reading, he thought, the death penalty is doubled, and I can learn exclusive skills. This is interesting. Mokbok opened the book. A flood of characters was absorbed into his mind. A notification appeared. You have learned a new skill, Gaze of Death. He clutched his head. This damned near-death feeling, the system explained. Gaze of Death, SSS. Level 1, up to 50. Active skill. Stare at a target. Burn their soul. Skill effects. 1. Deals true damage equal to 50% of your magic power per second for 10 seconds. 2. Creatures stared at will be continuously affected by fear. 3. All creatures with lower health than you will have their stats reduced by 20% as soon as they are stared at. This effect only depends on health and cannot be reduced by any resistance. Creatures killed by the Gaze of Death will suffer extreme pain. After reviving, they will be in a weakened state with all stats reduced by 40% for 12 hours. Instant cast. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Mana cost, up to 5% of max mana. No need to continue channeling after release. Maximum attack range, 100 meters. Where your gaze falls, death will follow. After reading, Mokbok's eyes widened. Deals true damage every second, plus the upgrade potential. The damage and range will be doubled. The Gaze of Death. Isn't this basically a death stare that kills anyone? How is it this broken? Suddenly, from a spatial gate, a figure stepped out. I never expected a descender to awaken this power. Kid, you're very lucky, but also very unlucky. Oh, who's there? Seeing him, Mokbok bowed respectfully. City Lord Tudu. Tudu spoke. It really is the power of death. You have class changed into a lord-tier profession. Such a profession should not have appeared in the God-forbidden land. Suddenly, a force wrapped around Mokbok's arm. He thought, he saw through my hidden class. He took out an item and said, Unfortunately, the path you walk will be much harder than that of other awakened professions. Oh, what do you mean? Young man, consider this my test. Pass it, and I will give you some information about the Lord of Death. A series of notifications appeared. You received the quest item, Medal of the Forgotten. You have received the epic quest, the final test, of Tudo Q. Quest content, traverse the Forsaken Land and achieve 100% exploration. Failure penalty, none. Mokbok looked at the item. No failure penalty? Did I just stumble into an epic quest? Then, he looked up, but Tudu had vanished. The item vibrated. The system displayed a countdown. 4 minutes and 58 seconds until teleportation to the Forsaken Land. He shouted in shock. Damn, a 5-minute countdown? No time to prepare at all. I was planning to socket gems into my gear, Mokbok said, bewildered. Can someone please tell me where the teleportation array to the Forsaken Land is? Moments later, he was transported to a desolate, barren place. The system announced, You have entered the Forsaken Land. Announcement. The epic quest, Tu Du Q's test, has officially begun. Traverse the Forsaken Land within 72 hours and reach 100% exploration, Mokbok exclaimed. I have to clear it in 72 hours. He immediately summoned his skeletons. He commanded, I need to summon everything right away, or I won't feel safe. From a swirling vortex of light, many skeletons emerged. This is the Skeleton Mage. Spirit, 5,280. Agility, 5,280. Constitution, 5,280. Health, 20,640. Magic power, 10,160. Physical defense, 1,690. 1. Skill, Fireball. Throws a fireball at the target, dealing magic damage. The fire damage equals 220% of magic power. Cast time, 1.5 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mokbok grinned. Now I have minions with fireballs. My firepower is even stronger now. Suddenly, skeletons began to rise from the ground. What the hell is this? He wondered. Witnessing this, he exclaimed, The whole town turned into this? How can there be so many? Their information appeared. Skeleton. Level 20. Normal. Health. 5. 0 5th. 0 0 0. Attack. 210. Physical defense. 120. Magic defense. 80. A weak creature found everywhere in the world. In the Forsaken Land, he was shocked again. They're all level 20. Composing himself, Mokbok waved his hand. All units, attack. A moment later, a notification appeared. Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus. Plus 30 EXP. Trailblazer bonus activated. Additional plus 6 EXP. Seeing this, Mokbok wondered, Is anyone saving me? These level 20 monsters give less EXP than a level 10 forest buffalo. Luckily, there are a lot of them. System notification. Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus 30 EXP. Trailblazer bonus activated. Additional plus 6 EXP. An idea popped into his head. He muttered, Let's try my new skill. Gaze of Death. Instantly, Mokbok used the Gaze of Death. A powerful spiritual force erupted, blowing the skeletons away. The damage was immense. The system announced, Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus 30 EXP. Trailblazer bonus. Activated. Additional plus 6 EXP. He kicked a skull aside. All taken care of, but they were all skeletons with souls. Then Mokbok rubbed his hands together. He said cheerfully, Then I won't hold back. First, I'll restore my mana. Absorb death energy. But the Deathly Saint's tome showed 0 soul points. Mokbok muttered, confused. What's going on? I haven't taken any souls yet. Suddenly, a voice echoed from above. This is the Forsaken Land. When we were alive, we were all cursed. Our souls have long been imprisoned in this place. He was startled. Who's there? The voice introduced itself. I am Leduc, one of the Forgotten. The Forgotten. This is Leduc. Special Elite, Soul Form, Level 20, Health, 100, 0 over 100, 000. Soul Form is immune to physical damage. Current exploration, 10%. He sighed. What do you mean by a curse? Leduc broke into a sweat. If you want to collect souls, you must first break the curse. Mokbok asked. How do I break the curse? He pointed ahead, where a pillar of light shone. There. In that place, there is a rotten coffin. Inside, a grotesque figure is sealed. Mokbok exclaimed, That's huge. Let's go check it out. Standing before it, he said, Even my minions are this scared? What's so strange about this coffin? A system notification appeared. Soul locking coffin. Shield value, 1000, 0 over 1, 0. Physical defense, 1000. Magic defense, 1000. You have discovered a soul-locking coffin. Exploration plus 2%. Destroying the soul-locking coffin will increase it by another 3%. After destroying the soul-locking coffin, a terrifying being will be released. Proceed with caution, Leduc shouted. This is it, destroy it, he said calmly. A terrifying being. Let's see just how terrifying it is. Mokbok ordered his skeleton mages. You guys, smash it for me. They immediately attacked the red coffin, shattering its chains. Under the fierce assault, its health depleted. When the coffin broke, the Soul King screamed, He's out! He's out! A grotesque figure appeared with its information. The Forgotten Neil, Half-Bone Lich. Level 20. Dark Gold Boss. Health, 1500, 0 over 1, 500,000. Magic Power, 12,800. Physical Defense, 1,500. Magic Defense, 2,100. Elemental Resistance, Ice, 20%. Skill, Bone, Ice Spell Chain, Dark Curse Spell Chain. He seemed to want to become a lich, but clearly only half succeeded. Neil said angrily. Outsider, you ruined my transformation process. Leduc shouted in fear. Run, Han Thik Thu said. Your body is filled with a dense death aura. If I absorb the energy in your body, I will definitely complete my transformation. Mokbok replied calmly. Absorb me? Who taught you to say that? He ordered his skeleton mages, skeleton squad. Get him. They immediately charged into battle. Attacked. Neil raised his hand to block, showing no fear. He decisively pulled out an arrow. I didn't expect so many skeletons. Neil swung his arm forcefully, shattering the skeletons. He roared, Watch me crush them. Arrows rained down continuously. Neil was slightly surprised, but he was gathering a large amount of energy. As the attacks closed in, he raised his hand to form a shield, Frost Shield. Then he asked, Who are you? How can you summon so many powerful spirit creatures? Neil's eyes glinted with a furious blue flame. Then he chanted a summons. Come forth, my servants. The system showed their stats. The Abomination. Level 20. Health. 150. 0 over 150. 000. Attack. 1,000. 960 over 1,960. Physical Defense. 800. Magic Defense. 700. Skills. Iron Hook Attack. Plague Mist. This ugly creature is stitched together from various corpses. Ghouls began to rise from the ground, surrounded by a dark mist. This is a corpse eater. Level 20. Health, 80,000. Attack, 1,580. Physical Defense, 500. Magic Defense, 420. Skill, Gnaw. This spirit creature's mouth always stinks horribly. Seeing this, Mokbok held his nose. Why does it stink so much? He muttered angrily. Looks like I'll have to let you taste my new skill, Gaze of Death. Hit by the skill, Neil faltered. The system announced, "You have used Gaze of Death on the Forgotten Neil. Your life level is determined to be higher than the opponent's. The Forgotten Neil's all stats are reduced by 40%. Mok Bok thought, "Did my Lord of Death class raise my life level?" His strength waning, Neil knelt. He couldn't believe it. How is this possible? No. Mok Bok coldly turned away. He ordered, "Skeleton Squad, clean up this trash." They immediately rushed to annihilate the corpse eaters. Standing before Neil, he said clearly, "Finish them all for me." His stats were continuously drained, making him scream. "No, I cannot be forgotten." As Neil faded away, the system's voice echoed. "Killed level 20, Dark Gold Boss, the Forgotten Neil, received 50% bonus experience, plus 75,000 EXP. Trailblazer bonus is in effect, additional plus 15,000 EXP. Congratulations to player Bakda for leveling up to 12. 4D stats plus 1. Skill point plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. Mok Bok was slightly surprised and excited. Is it over already? Nice. Straight to level 12. Just then, the system announced again. You have received the Dark Gold item, Cursed Crown Fragment 1. He held the shining fragment in his hand. Cursed Crown Fragment 1 of 7. Dark Gold item. Collect all fragments, and the cursed crown will automatically restore itself. The wearer will be cursed, constantly eroded by death energy. Hearing this, Mok Bok looked disappointed. Small mobs don't drop loot, and the boss is this stingy. I even have to collect all the fragments. But it is a dark gold fragment. After restoration, it will surely become an epic item. I'll collect them for now. Suddenly, Leduc appeared out of nowhere and shouted, startling him. "You're too powerful. You actually managed to free Neil. Let's go rescue the next one." He immediately got into a ready stance. "Follow me. It's just ahead." But this time, it might not be so easy. But Mok Bok was confused. "Huh? You mean there are still more?" Hearing this, he scoffed. "What do you mean? If it's too tough, I'm not going." Seeing Mok Bok's disgusted expression, Leduc quickly reassured him. "Don't worry." He flew over and presented a scroll. "I have a skill book here. It's for you." He immediately asked, "You had a skill book? Why didn't you take it out sooner?" As he opened it, the system's voice chimed in. Corpse Explosion, C rank, level 1. Active skill, detonates a target's corpse or bones. Deals magic damage to all enemies within a 5m radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damages 10% of the target's living health plus 100% of your magic power. Cast range, 30m. Instant cast. Cooldown, 30s. Mana cost, 300. This made Mok Bok's eyes widen with excitement. Corpse Explosion. It seems to be an AoE damage skill. Good. Let's try upgrading it. He looked at the resources and was filled with excitement. Upgrade successful. Your C rank skill, Corpse Explosion, has been successfully upgraded to the B rank skill, Advanced Corpse Explosion. Advanced Corpse Explosion, B rank. Level 1. Active skill. Detonates a target's corpse or bones, dealing magic damage to all creatures. All enemies within a 10m radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damage is 15% of the target's living health, plus 150% of your magic power. Cast range, 50 meters. Instant cast. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 600. Immediately after, Mok Bok tested it on Neil. Explode. In an instant, a massive explosion occurred ahead, kicking up dust. At this moment, he couldn't help but exclaim, "Is it really that powerful? And the range is huge." Beside him, Leduc couldn't hide his excitement. "Bakda, you are the strongest man I've ever seen. You are truly an invincible existence," Mok Bok replied. "I don't believe your ghostly words, but I finally have a skill for AoE damage. My grinding speed will definitely increase a lot. Let's go." An hour later, Mok Bok was ready to run. Go. This Forsaken Land map is really huge. His eyes sharpened with a smug look. Including her, that makes exactly 7. The next second, Mok Bok used his skill, leaving Walter no time to react. Corpse Explosion. He let out a terrified scream. No, this is impossible. No one can kill the Forgotten. You will pay a heavy price in the end. With a single blow, Walter fell, dropping a fragment. Just as Mokbok bent down to pick it up, that's exactly 7 fragments collected. Let's see what kind of equipment they make. In the distance, Leduc shouted in panic. Don't assemble that cursed thing. You'll be corrupted by it. But it was too late. He had already assembled all the fragments. What nonsense are you talking about now? Seeing this, he seemed to collapse. It's over. At this moment, the system chimed continuously. You have received the legendary item, the Cursed Crown. Hint. Restoring the Cursed Crown has changed. The current exploration progressed to 50%. Mokbok held the crown and mused. As expected, after the fragments were upgraded, the final item's grade also increased by 1 level. But this 50% exploration means there's still something else here. But Leduc kept warning him. Bok-da, throw it away. Otherwise, you'll be corrupted by death energy. You'll end up just like them, a walking corpse. He lost his patience and ran to shake him. Bok-da, what are you spacing out for? Throw it away. Just then, the system spoke again. You are being eroded by the death energy from the Cursed Crown. Immediately, both Mokbok and Leduc became alarmed. What is this? Is there really something scarier? Skeleton squad? Defensive stance? From beneath the ground, streams of magical power surged up. It made him scream in terror. It's him! It's him! At this moment, the system chimed again. The breath of the Cursed Crown has awakened the Lich Franklin, sleeping deep within the Forsaken Land. Leduc warned continuously. He's the one who cursed us. He's the one who turned this place into the Forsaken Land. Bok-da, I beg you, please help me kill this beast, Franklin. I'm willing to trade everything for it. The system panel also appeared. Mayor of Sunset Town, Rotor's Remnant Soul, Special Elite, Soul Form, Level 20. Health, 100, 0/100, 000. Skill, Soul Infusion. Increases the target's main attribute by 20%. Soul Form is immune to physical damage. Rudder has remembered everything. He was once the mayor of Sunset Town. Now, he is the last remaining soul. It seems this NPC is on my side. He nodded. All right, I'll help you. While Mokbok was distracted, it suddenly shot into his forehead. You have accepted the unique hidden quest. Rotor's request. Quest objective. Kill the Lich Franklin. Quest reward. Unknown. You have received the blessing of soul infusion. Spirit attribute increased by 20%. Leduc cheered. Thank you. Franklin is terrifyingly strong. I will do my best to fight alongside you. Franklin emerged from the thick magical energy. The Forgotten Franklin, Frost Lich. Level 20. Heavily injured state. Level decreased. Epic boss. Health, 15,000, 0/15, 0. Magic power, 48,000. Physical defense, 5,000. Magic defense, 8,000. Elemental resistance, ice 35%, shadow 30%, death 25%. Skills, various shadow and death magic. Before you stands a true lich. Although his soul is heavily injured, he cannot be underestimated. He flew into the air, his magic power blotting out the sky. That pitiful wretch from back then actually survived. I can feel it, the power of the restored crown. Franklin reached out with a raspy voice. The power of the curse. This power. He stretched out his hand. Come to me, my crown. Return to your master. Suddenly, he became panicked. This is impossible. Why does my crown not heed my call? But Mokbok just smirked. Nonsense. It's in my hands. Why would it listen to you? Without hesitation, he put it on his head. I'm wearing it now. How does it look? The system panel appeared. The Cursed Crown. Headgear. Level 10 to 120. Legendary item. Durability, 1000. Requirement. The Forgotten Franklin. The Lord of Death can ignore this requirement. Force equip. After killing the opponent, the equipment requirement will return to normal. Basic attributes. Level 15. Physical defense plus 100. magic defense plus 200, health plus 2000, mana plus 4000, all stats plus 75. Additional attributes: 1. Spirit plus 10%. 2. Curse resistance plus 30%. 3. The wearer will be continuously eroded by death energy. Skill: Power of the Curse. Passive skill: all your spells will be imbued with a curse effect. Randomly applies 2 types of curses. Curse aura on the target, lasts 5 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds. Curse aura. Aura type skill. When activated, it slows all enemies within 100 meters by 30%. This includes, but is not limited to, attack speed and movement speed, and casting speed. Drains 200 mana per second. No cooldown. Cursing is an art. Seeing this, he couldn't hide his anger and shouted, "Come forth, Shadow Knights! They are Shadow Knights." Level 20. Summoned creatures. Health: 200. 0/200. 0/0. Attack power: 6,800. Physical defense: 1,800. Magic defense: 1,800. Skills: Shadow Charge, Shadow Power, Shadow Shield. But Mokbok remained calm. An epic boss's legion is much more advanced than a dark gold boss's. Summoning minions? Let's see who has more. Skeleton Squad. Charge. Each time the Shadow Knights attacked, his skeleton squad blocked them. The 2 sides clashed relentlessly, kicking up clouds of dust. Not stopping there, Mokbok continued to use his skill, Curse Aura. Large vortexes appeared around him. Annihilate all enemies. 30% slow. Forget riding a horse, even driving a car would feel like a crawl for you. Franklin watched this, gritting his teeth in anger. Damn you. On the other side, Mokbok let out a sinister laugh. Right now, at level 15, 2 legendary items and the Deathly Saint's Tome have boosted my stats significantly. My stats now compared to when I first arrived here, in the Forsaken Land, have nearly doubled. It's just a shame this cursed crown can't be upgraded. Provoked, he attacked again. Human, you're looking for death. He replied. How could I give you a chance to breathe? Mokbok's eyes gleamed with a smug look. Let me give you a taste of this. At this moment, the system chimed in. Hint, what have you done? You have used Gaze of Death on the Forgotten Franklin. Your life level is determined to be higher than the opponent's. Hint, you have cast a spell, Curse of Agony, on the Forgotten Franklin. Deals shadow damage equal to 100% of your magic power per second for 5 seconds. After being defeated, Franklin still couldn't believe it. This? No, absolutely impossible. His whole body trembled with pain and agitation. Who are you? Mokbok's face darkened. He replied mysteriously, You don't need to know my name. Then he dashed away, enraging Franklin. Hateful human, you dare insult the Great Lich. Still not subdued, he attacked again. No matter who you are, today you will be buried in this forsaken land. A magic orb surrounded and lifted him above a tornado. The tornado relentlessly swept up everything in its path. Franklin spared no effort to attack everything around him. Kill this human, take his power. Then he reached out and shouted, Come forth! Instantly, nearly every creature appeared. Cacus, the undead bone dragon Cacus. Level 20, heavily injured state, level decreased. Epic boss, value decreased. Health, 20 million. 20 million. Attack power, 12,000. Physical defense, 10,000. Magic defense, 6,000. Elemental resistance, death, 30%. Skills, Bone Cage, White Bone Hell, Death Storm. The undead bone dragon Cacus has appeared. Current exploration, 90%. This made even Mokbok exclaim, He even summoned a bone dragon? As expected of a challenge from the East Sea City Lord. This difficulty is really high. While he was distracted, the beasts immediately attacked. However, Mokbok was still able to block the blow. Enhance. Block it for me. Seeing this, he couldn't believe his eyes. No, this is absolutely impossible. Just a skeleton warrior. How could it block my bone dragon? At this moment, he was also a bit uneasy. The skeleton warrior's power has increased by 640%. Plus the heavy strike, critical hit, and double damage against spirit creatures from the Deathly Saint's tome. It can deal millions of damage. How terrifying. The system chimed continuously. Death absorption feedback. You have consumed all your death energy value. 640% enhancement on the target skeleton warrior. A moment later, the system spoke again. You are being eroded by death energy from the cursed crown. Death energy value plus 10. This made Mokbok a bit suspicious. Collecting death energy again. Isn't this just a portable power bank? But 2 seconds later, his eyes sharpened dangerously. Next, I'll teach you a lesson. On the other side, Franklin continued to attack madly while cursing. Damn human, this is my cursed crown. Not stopping there, he slammed his staff into the ground and used a skill. Hell of Ice. Franklin directed the power towards Mokbok, sending him flying. Seeing this, he laughed with satisfaction. After taking a hit from this death ray with your weak human body, you're definitely dead. But when he saw that he was still unharmed, Franklin immediately panicked. No, this is impossible. You've actually learned Life Share. Then, he attacked madly again. Life Share, huh? It's not without its flaws. Franklin raised his staff high, creating a rose made of magic. Death Bloom. Every time a beam of light hit the ground, a beast appeared. Bone Cage. In an instant, Mokbok was surrounded by them. White Bone Hell. His pupils dilated, sweat pouring down his face. You want to use an AoE skill to break my life share? But very quickly, Mokbok got into a fighting stance. I'll recall the unenhanced skeletons into the summon space. Let's see how you break it. He quickly calculated, to catch the bandit, first catch the king. I'll deal with him directly. This scene surprised Franklin. Every second that passed, Mokbok's points were continuously deducted, but he could only grit his teeth. Just a little more, it's almost done. After a while of fighting, he slumped to the ground and shouted, "Hateful human, you've lost." However, Mokbok was still unscathed. Lost? Are you kidding me? Consume death energy value. Enhance. For me, this made Franklin turn and flee. No! He looked at the creature about to devour him and screamed. This is impossible. But before he could escape, Franklin disintegrated. Then, the system's voice echoed. You have destroyed the body of the forgotten Franklin. Received 70% bonus experience. Plus 12,75 millions EXP. Congratulations to player Bok Da for leveling up to 17. 4D stats plus 1. Skill point plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. One by one, the beasts vanished as the system announced. Killed level 20 epic boss. Undead bone dragon carcass. Received 70. 10% bonus experience. Plus 25 million EXP. Congratulations to player Bok Da for leveling up to 19. 4D stats plus 1. Skill point plus 1. Free attribute points plus 15. Congratulations, you have become the first player in the Lam Tin region to solo a level 10 boss. Epic. Reward. 9,100 attribute points. 50 skill points. 50 intermediate soul stones. Mokbok's power was slowly returning. He shot straight to level 19. And even got 50 soul stones. This is awesome. He crushed the fragments in his hand. They all upgraded into high-grade soul stones. I don't have to worry about my lifespan anymore. The system announced the successful upgrade. You have received 50 high-grade life soul stones. High-grade life soul stone, a special item. Absorbing it increases lifespan by 1 year. Mukbok grew stronger by the second. You have absorbed 50 high-grade life soul stones. Lifespan increased by 50 years. His total lifespan was now over 51 years. He was ecstatic. The lifespan crisis was finally solved. Elsewhere, a system announcement echoed. A regional notification. Congratulations to player Bok Da of the Shenlong Empire. He has become the first player too. A special announcement was made. We hope Dongdao players will learn from him. They will receive rich rewards. The kid cheered. He soloed an epic boss and triggered another announcement. Fu Giap was amazed, as expected of the great Bok Da. Looks like I have to stick close to this guy. Beside him, Avi added, a whole night without hearing a Bok Da announcement just felt wrong. Now this feels much better. At that moment, their leader looked around and spoke. Nu Yen, it seems we need to hurry. We need to leave the beginner village. Let's go meet this Bakda. Nu Yen smirked confidently. He's certainly interesting. He's a little impressive. But as long as he's a man, whether he's Bakda or Tumukbak, he will kneel before me. Just then, Mukbak's eyes lit up. He saw something. A necklace appeared with a system chime. You have obtained the special epic item, Dragon Skull Necklace. Dragon Skull Necklace. An epic grade special item. Use this item to receive an epic grade mount. The Undead Bone Dragon. Seeing this, he was incredibly hyped. This Dragon Skull Necklace is insane. With this, I can finally get a mount. So, if I upgrade this a little, wouldn't that mean? The system chimed again. Upgrade successful. You have obtained the special legendary item. Horn of the Icebone. Horn of the Icebone. A legendary grade special item. Blow this horn and you will receive a legendary mount. The Icebone Dragon. Mukbak couldn't stop marveling. This is way too awesome. He then tried blowing the horn. Every sound it made pulsed with magical energy. Mukbak was surprised himself. The aura of death is so thick. Suddenly, a creature appeared with a roar. Foolish human. The Icebone Dragon emerged from a portal. You summoned me? You're this weak? But then, it froze. It couldn't move. Mukbak was confused. It was the punishment of purifying light. Mukbak stumbled backward and yelled, Purifying light, don't you dare touch me. But the Icebone Dragon suddenly became docile. Master, it knelt before him in submission. I am willing to be your mount. The system chimed again, activating mount space. It is now your mount. You have obtained the legendary mount, the Icebone Dragon. At that moment, a system voice boomed. Earth-wide regional announcement. Congratulations to player Bak Da of the Shenlong Empire for obtaining a mount. The Earth region mount rankings have now opened ahead of schedule. The dragon automatically shrank down. It then climbed onto Mukbak's shoulder. The Earth region mount rankings. He smirked victoriously. Mounts have their own rankings? Do they have skills too? Instantly, the system panel appeared. Rank 1, Bak Da. Icebone Dragon, Legendary Mount. Rank 2, None. Rank 3, None. Mukbak stared at the creature on his hand. Is this the power of a mythic-grade creature? The scene changes. Elsewhere, a group stared at the announcement in shock. There's a mount ranking now? One person couldn't help but exclaim, My God, the great Bakda. He even has a mythic-grade Icebone Dragon. The person next to him spoke. I'm starting to suspect we aren't playing the same game as Bakda. Suddenly, a man walked over. Hey, stop comparing yourselves to Bakda. I just met my boss. That guy is only level 3. And he has an F-grade talent. The other man laughed with relief. Now that you mention it, I feel a lot better. Those greedy capitalists. Their money is worthless in here. Exactly. Back with Mukbak, Leduc ran up to him frantically. Master Bakda, I can feel the location of the phylactery, Mukbak asked curiously. Where is it? The old man quickly pointed ahead. It's over there. Follow me. Mukbak followed Leduc's lead. An item appeared before them. Franklin's phylactery. Epic grade item. Durability. 1000, 0/1, 0. This was a life-saving treasure. It was meticulously crafted by Franklin in his prime. It contains his soul flame. As long as the phylactery remains intact, the wizard will never truly die. He picked it up and was stunned. Incredible. 1 million durability. The next second, Leduc suddenly shouted, Master Bakda, I want to deal with this man myself. But Mukbak quickly shut him down. With your power, you're just a remnant soul. What can you possibly do to me? The old man fearlessly snatched the phylactery. The citizens you devoured will show you your fate. Franklin, your end is near. Mukbak couldn't react in time. No. A second later, Leduc spoke, filled with emotion. Thank you for everything you've done for Luoyang Town. He sobbed as he spoke his final words. Thank you. As Leduc faded away, the system chimed repeatedly. Announcement. You have received 1,000 soul points. Defeated level 20 epic boss Franklin the Forgotten. Gained an extra 70% points. Congratulations to player Bakda for reaching level 20. Intelligence +1. Attribute points +15. You have completed the hidden quest Rotter's Plea and received 1,000 experience points, plus 1,000 gold coins. Announcement. Current exploration progress is 100%. You have completed the epic grade quest, 2 Do Cook's Trial. Please return to Donghai City and find Tudo Cook to receive your reward. You received 1,200 gold coins. You received an attribute gem, level 5 x 20. You have received the epic material, 1000-year ice crystal x 10. You have received 124 primary life soul stones. Mukbok spoke. The mission is complete. I've also hit level 20. Let's go. A moment later, Mukbok stepped out of the portal. He was in the Donghai City teleportation plaza. He laughed in satisfaction. There were no other players here yet. It seemed none of them had even reached level 10. Mukbok looked at the icebone dragon on his shoulder. If that's the case, then I'll test out my new mount first. He then yelled to summon it. Come forth, Icebone Dragon. As the dragon returned to its original form, Mukbok spoke. Let's go find Tudo Cook and turn in this quest. He stood majestically on its back as it took to the skies. Everywhere the Icebone Dragon flew, people stared in awe. Tudo stood watching from a distance. This kid far exceeds my data. Soon after, Mukbok arrived. City Lord, I. Immediately, Tudo waved his hand. Tell your little guy to shrink. He turned his back, his voice cold. This old man can't stand its torment. He then led Mukbok inside. It seems your class is not just a simple lord class. Hearing this, Mukbok was a bit confused. What do you mean? As soon as he sat down, he asked bluntly. The lord class has different types, Tudo replied. On that point, I'm not entirely sure. But since you passed the test, I will naturally answer some of your questions. Just then, the system voice chimed. You have completed the epic grade quest Tudo Cook's Trial. Mukbok thought to himself, that's great. The level is high, but there's no quest reward. Then, Tudo held out his hand and explained. In the game of Myriad Worlds, classes are also divided into grades. 1. Normal classes. 2. Hidden classes and high-level hidden classes. 3. Unique hidden classes. 4. Specialized hidden classes. Your Death Lord is the highest tier specialized hidden class. Normally, you can't reach this level at this stage, because at level 29 is when you get your first breakthrough opportunity. This is the part I find most confusing. Hearing this, Mukbok thought to himself, in short, I can't tell him I used the system to level up to this point. The old man warned him again, but don't get too happy just yet. The stronger the class, the harder the breakthrough. Mukbok's gaze turned serious. I hope the City Lord can enlighten me. Tudo added, for the Death Lord class, if you want to advance, you must experience a certain number of deaths. He then explained in detail. In the near future, a great war will surely break out in the God-forbidden land, Shenlong Domain. This will serve to protect the entire Shenlong Empire. You must go to the frontline nations. Conquer this land. Only then can the human race truly enter the myriad worlds. Hearing this, Mukbok was a little confused, but the national borders haven't opened yet. Understanding his concern, Tudo quickly gave him instructions. Find this person, then give him this letter. He will allow you to cross the border. As soon as he picked up the picture, Mukbok recognized him. This is Hoai Jian. At that moment, the system chimed again. Announcement. You have made a pact with the Shenlong Domain. In the future, you can only stay in other frontline nations. If you violate this pact, you will pay a price. You will be hunted by the Shenlong Domain. If the Shenlong Empire unifies the God-forbidden land, this pact will become void. The old man stood up to get something. When you reach the third stage, I advise you to join the Shenlong Domain. Also, I have this for you. Tudo handed it to him. With this, you can move freely in Donghai City without being stopped. Mukbok quickly accepted it. Thank you, City Lord. He looked at the item in his hand, intrigued. Donghai Token 0071. A special item. A token crafted by the City Lord himself. Owning it makes you the owner of Villa number 7 inches Donghai City. Mukbak was amazed. I now own a house in a Tier 1 city. Tudu looked at Mukbak and gave a serious instruction. With this token, you can do almost anything you want in Donghai City. This made Mukbak curious. Anything? The next second, Mukbak's pupils sharpened. They gleamed with a dangerous light. Can I kill people? The old man was surprised by the question. Kill people? Who do you want to kill? He clenched the token in his hand with pure fury. I just have a few enemies I need to take care of. After their talk, Mukbak rode the icebone dragon away. Back in Donghai City, he looked around and marveled. This is the first time I've had a real chance to see Donghai City. It's really not small. It's almost as big as the capital of the Shenlong nation. When they arrived, the dragon landed, and Mukbak jumped off. This must be the place. At that moment, 2 guards approached and stopped him. Private residence. No entry. But Mukbak simply tossed the token towards them. A guard picked it up and examined it closely. This is. Then, Mukbak put his hands in his pockets and walked forward calmly. Can I go in now? The 2 guards bowed respectfully. So it's Sir Bakda. Of course, you may enter. As he stepped inside, Mukbak marveled. The city lord is quite generous. Just then, a voice rang out. Would you like to change the name? This made him pause. It needs a name. What should I call it? Bakda Manor, it is. A sign quickly appeared before his eyes. Respected master of Bakda Manor, welcome home. The system has now set Bakda Manor as your teleportation and revival point in Donghai City. Mukbak then walked straight inside. No renovations needed. I can just bring my things and move in. He quickly sank into a soft chair. I'll rest for a bit, then I'll learn some new skills. Mukbak flipped through the book's pages, stroking his chin thoughtfully. I spent 1,000 soul points. They're all gone in a flash. Suddenly, he found an instruction. You have learned a new skill, Netherworld Leap. Netherworld Leap, SSS grade, level 1. Active skill. Traverse the Netherworld, move as you please. Skill effect 1. Use the Netherworld as a stepping stone to instantly teleport to a designated location, clearing all negative effects. 2. After teleporting, you will be protected by the power of death. Become immune to all damage and negative effects for 3 seconds. 3. Activate a death shroud at 2 coordinates, U and designated. Allied units can pass through freely. Undesignated units cannot touch the death shroud. Attacks, you will pass straight through them while the death shroud is active. Allies who pass through cannot die. They can continue to fight even if their health points reach 0. Instant cast. Leap cooldown, 15 seconds. Mana cost, 1% max mana. Range, 0 to 200,000. Death Shroud cooldown, 120 seconds. Mana cost, 1% max mana per second. Maximum duration, 30 seconds. Range, 0 to 500 meters. Reading this, Mukbak's eyes lit up. Instant teleportation. This is exactly the skill I was missing. Without a moment's delay, he acted. Another SSS grade skill. Awesome. Time to test it out. He didn't hesitate and stepped into the teleportation gate. Seeing Mukbak appear, the guard was surprised. Sir Bakda! Mukbak quickly reassured him. Don't be nervous. I'm just testing a skill. At that moment, Mukbak's eyes showed his excitement. I wonder if I can link it with my summon space. Numerous ferocious beasts appeared before him. The sight made him unable to hide his excitement. This is even stronger than I imagined. Doesn't this mean I can directly designate? This is truly invincible. The only downside is that SSS grade skills can't be leveled up further. Mukbak then stretched out his hand, summoning his magic. Let's go. First, I'll exchange some money. He went to the shops to look for gems. The shopkeeper waved happily. Handsome, sir. If you find any more gems in the future, feel free to come see me anytime. With each shop he passed, Mukbak found more. He walked down the street, feeling satisfied. Not bad. Buying level 3 to 4 stones, upgrading them once, then selling them. And just like that, I made over 200,000. I'm such a ruthless merchant. Next up, the auction house. Let's see what kind of good stuff they have. At that moment, Mukbak's steps led him to a new place. Stepping inside the magnificent palace, he was very pleased. I can tell this is a place for spending money. Suddenly, Tunok appeared and blocked Mukbok's path. Excuse me, sir. The second floor is reserved for the auction. She pointed to a sign. You need to buy an entrance ticket to go up. He read the instructions and did a quick calculation. The cheapest one costs 1,000 gold coins. The most expensive is 100,000. Just how expensive are the items being auctioned here? Mukbok then took out his token. Does this get me a discount? Seeing it, Tunagok immediately recognized it. So you're a distinguished guest of the city lord. Very quickly, she presented a card. Sir Bokda, this card belongs to you. Please accept it. The VIP card. VIP no. 007. Whenever an auction starts at the Donghai auction house, you will be notified. You can use your VIP card to instantly teleport to VIP room number 007. This surprised him. For free? Tunagok replied. Of course. The Donghai auction house is the city lord's property. Therefore, you will be treated as a VIP guest here. She then added more. You will enjoy a 50% discount on handling fees for all your consigned and auctioned items. Additionally, if you're short on funds during an auction, we can offer you an interest-free loan of up to 10,000 soul coins. The more he heard, the more surprised Mukbok became. Soul coins, he asked. What's the exchange rate between soul coins and gold coins? Tunagok immediately gave a detailed explanation. Normally, one soul coin is worth 10,000 gold coins. Each soul coin contains a small amount of temporal energy, equivalent to 1 hour of lifespan. It requires a special method to be refined. And life soul stones are forged by powerful individuals using the temporal energy extracted from soul coins. Hearing this, Mukbok was impressed. I see how it is. In the God-forbidden land, soul coins are the only currency that truly has value. He then asked another question. Can these items be sold here? Can I use soul coins for the transaction? She answered happily. Of course. Based on experience, each level 1 gem is worth about 9 to 10 soul coins. The auction house charges a 10% commission on the total auction price. Of course, you only need to pay 5%. Less than a second later, Mukbok spoke decisively. All of these items, auction them for me, and I want the transactions in soul coins. Tunok replied. Yes, sir. I'll arrange it right away. Just then, a sound chimed. You have a new message. He quickly paused. A new message? Outside, a group of people was stepping out of a teleportation gate. Hoa Duong looked around with excitement. This is Donghai City. Where do we go to meet Sir Bokda? Suddenly, Avi shouted as the icebone dragon flew past. Look, it's an icebone dragon. He also recognized it quickly. Awesome. Donghai City even has an icebone dragon. Fong Diep looked at their stunned faces and asked, Have you all forgotten what Bokda's mount is? Hoa Duong asked subconsciously. When will we get a powerful mount like that? Just then, Mukbok jumped down from the dragon's back. Not bad. You leveled up even faster than I expected, Fujiap. We have to thank you, Brother Bokda, for selling us the equipment. She then tossed a bag of money to him. Brother Bokda, please forgive me. I'm only now able to pay back the rest of the money. Mukbok replied politely. It's no problem. Feel free to explore Donghai City. I'll be going now. Suddenly, he paused as Fujiap spoke up. Brother Bokda, wait. She took out a scroll. I think you might be interested in this. Fujiap thought to herself. An SSS-grade talent truly can't be underestimated. To think that Money Tree could produce something this good. Inside the scroll was an instruction. Fate's Parchment. Epic-grade item. After using it, you will have one chance to flip a lucky coin. Seeing this, Mukbok smirked with interest. From a gambler's perspective, what's the difference between this and a 100% chance? Is there really any difference? He asked bluntly. How much? But Fujiap just shook her head and refused. It's not for sale. She pointed at Mukbok and made a proposal. Brother Bokda, I have no other intentions. I just want to use this opportunity to form a deeper cooperation with you. He was willing to talk. Go on. What kind of deeper cooperation? While they were discussing, Hoendu stepped out of the teleportation gate. You guys actually chose to come to Donghai City first.